Boom. Come on. Hey, what's up? How's it going? It's Sunday. Damn it.
Let's freaking go.
Greetings, PG and John. We're here for more wisdom and madness. J.i.M dance, J.i.M Foamy bounce.
So much happening. I just got here.
71 moons.
71 moons. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you. Fairland, thank you. Phoenix, thank you. Blue Moon, you got a roll equal to or better than? What do you got? What do you got? 10. Nah. No. No. Well, you tried. You made an attempt. I appreciate it. Shut off. Thanks for being here and pressing buttons. It helps. But my nubs are occupied. Thank you. Oh, man. Oh, no, hold on. Part of chat's getting blocked off by my big head. Off screen. There it is. Go.
Hello, Pumpkin Guy,
Hey.
John, and chat. Happy Sunday. How are you today?
Doing all right, because it's Sunday, and Sunday's fun day. Nah, we don't got to deal with Steve. We don't got to deal with vampires. We don't got to deal with all the spicy hype trains that they have here. We got. Well, you bet if you changed it, then we don't have spicy hype trains. I don't know. Hi, how's it going? And did I see Sassy Grizz in chat? I thought I saw. There they are. The Grizz. What's up? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hi. What? Malenko, hi. What's it up? Hi. Thank you again. Banana Cat, please. Don't make me call Steve. Okay. You saw it correctly. Hey, there you go. Nice. What's up? Malenko, hi. Brothers, sisters. Well, yeah, dude, it's time. You got to get all your stuff. We already started seeing candy on discount. I'm like, yes. And Dawn's here, apparently.
Bingo.
What?
Bingo.
No, but what?
Bingo.
What's happening?
Bingo.
What's going on?
Bingo.
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 Downs. Oh, wait. Look, can I check my card? I got to check my card, because if I'm a winner, I'd like to be a winner.
You're a wiener.
Oh, I got nothing. Go.
Hello, Dawn.
People said hi.
Hello.
It was Icarus.
Who is that?
Icarus.
Hi, Icarus.
I said hi.
Hi, everybody.
My bingo card sucks, by the way. Oh, God.
Oh, you gotta call more things.
Well, I can't just randomly call more things. You know, that's not right. Angelica Storm, hi. What's stream bounty? Stop talking to robots. Go.
66 month. One more 6 to make it extra spooky.
Nice. Thank you, Zograd. Hope you're doing well. Where are you going now? All right, go do what you do with the games.
I have to finish Avowed.
Avowed.
Game
Yeah, you avowed to play it.
but I'm...
That's terrible. What? Don't hurt the bubble wrap. All right.
Secure
What?
bubble wrap the bubble wrap.
I don't know. They do that. We had to buy more bubble wrap, and they wrapped it in a bunch of paper. And I'm like, what are you concerned about? I wonder if anyone's returned a big roll of bubble wrap and said, you know, like 3 of these things were popped. Fairland gifted a bunch of subs. Drew Max Marvel got a sub. Who's got a sub? Ink Block got one. Lead Infrared. Is there a Fennec Fox got one? Thank you, Fairland. Gifting subs. I think that officially puts us in hype train mode, right?
Let's go!
Hey, they're closed this time. Nice. Sure it could be a little longer, just saying.
It's a freaking hype train! Let's go! Let's go! It's a freaking hype train! Let's go!
All right, go away. Nice. All right, at least a little more tasteful. What? Go.
Hype train bacon bits for Pumpkin Guy.
Hey!
We are one day closer to Halloween.
One day closer. Yeah, Brian, no, we know about the security thing that happened at TwitchCon. No, you gotta watch TwitchCon. This is why we don't go to live events. People, you know, touching you. Oh, man. Thank you. We're on level 3. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. That's a lot of hype. Gotta have a lot of hype. Hype Train Big Bits, thank you. I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blanco, let's see what we got. Whatever. No, I said hi to them. Joe Grad's like, okay, that was cool. Gotta have a Hype Train, man. Come on. Go. No. They gifted a sub. Blue Moon got a sub. Thanks to Spock. Thank you.
Greetings, salutations, and good vibes to
Yeah.
PG, Pauline, Dawn, John, and chat. I'm sick but medicated.
Well, that's half good. Get well. Stop being sick. Tell your body, no, you're not going to be sick. I'm going to get better. You know? Unless you can call out for work tomorrow. So at least that's something. The store is infested with memes. We need an exterminator. Get. Thank you. Boom. Yeah, at least not naked this time. What? No, that was a tasteful Halloween bikini last time. Yeah. I'm sure somebody tasted it, right? Okay. Anyway, where do we leave off? Go.
Hyperspace.
Hyperspace. What would happen if you put a pumpkin up in space? Oh, I'm curious. No, I mean, would it just freeze? Like, I don't know. Or like, what would it implode? What would it do? Ah, now I need to know. What up? Oh, discount candy. Go.
It would explode.
You think so? It could. Or implode. I don't know what space does anymore. Freeze-dried and irradiated. Maybe. I know. I don't think they would go through that trouble. It's like, hey, astronauts, take a pumpkin in space. Rob Will, give to the sub to Shadow Angel. I feel like that deserves candy. Candy rain. Let's go. I'm a little delirious. I haven't had enough coffee. Boop. Nice. Maybe first what? Boil it first? We gotta boil a pumpkin. Can you do that? A whole pumpkin? Who's got a pot that big? Dude, that's not even a pot. That's like industrial-sized cauldron. That's ridiculous. I don't know why, but I've had pumpkin pie. What is before? They're gonna destroy it in a couple of years. They should just put a higher orbit. Really, space museum in space? Who's gonna put a space museum in space? You know how difficult it'll get there. Hey, thank you for follow. Thank you. Discount candy, dude. We went shopping. There's discount candy. They're already marking it down. They're marking it down. I mean, yeah, it's only like 10% off or 20% off, but still, it's getting there. Hey, Revolution, give the bunch of bits. Thank you, 500 bits. Thank you. It all goes to the hype train to make sure that the hype train stays on track. Super important. Be right back. Groceries here. Oh, you got groceries. Nice. Groceries. All right, you got to use your hands now. Oh, they still got that though. Thank you.
High brain ticket bits.
Hey, thank you. DJ C, hi. Let me say hi to people. Shut off, hi. Yeah, thank you. ADJ,
I
hi.
got my ball candy during a state fair.
What? Dude, you had a state fair? We had no state fair. We got no state fair.
High bits.
What is this, TwitchCon? Go.
Level 5.
Level 5. Lizard. Oh, that was good timing. I like that. We're almost there. Level 4 complete. Yes, we are at level 5. Nice. 20% at level 5. Let's go. Max Marvel, hi. Sassy Grizz, hi. What's up? I'm going to repeat myself. Icarus, hi. Catman, hi. What? Star Wars. What? Let's get to Star Trek instead of because it's going to be more interesting to still be combat and less use of it.
Choo choo.
Train. Thank you, Jimmy. Revolution hype. Thank you. I appreciate hi. Welcome. Blue Moon hi. Rob Will hi. Not sure how many G's a pumpkin could take. Off lift. Oh my God, that's right. Yeah, what if we were in a rocket with the G-force like literally just maybe if they put us in bubble wrap? No, I've seen when they like put people into the things and they go around with the G-forces and their face gets all wavy and stuff like they're in a wind tunnel. It's crazy. I don't like that. Best month so far. Yeah. Dude.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Why would I do that? I'm in the middle of the stream. This is the worst tech support advice ever. Thank you. What, Bezos is rich, but he can't afford security at their own con. Well, I'm pretty sure Bezos isn't in charge of TwitchCon and the security. You know? Here's the thing about streamer stuff, especially if you're a lady. There's a lot of people that get like super infatuated. I'm not going to say maybe a lot, but a handful that would. And, you know, there's also the breakdown of etiquette IRL because they've been on the internet too much, you know? So they're just like, oh, yeah, I could just walk up to somebody and start touching them because, you know, they've been on the internet for so long. The whole paranormal thing. Paranormal. Can you put a ghost in space? Here's the thing. Have astronauts ever experienced a haunting or manifestation?
Closer to you, B-Days RPG.
Hey, there you go. One day closer to my birthday. Yeah. What? I know what I'm going to do on my birthday. It falls on a Friday. We usually don't stream on a Friday, but I guess we'll do something. Go.
Best day I had in IT was the day I had to help a person with the Indian accent.
Oh my God. That's kind of awkward because you're like, you know, shouldn't you know this already? Because when I call, I get people that sound exactly like you. They'll be like, no, I don't know what I'm doing. What are you talking about? You know? I got to say, every super helpful tutorial that I come across on YouTube, it's literally from somebody from India with a really bad mic. I don't know what it is. It's like they all know how to do stuff and they made videos about it.
The hype train animation chaos.
Hey, thank you. What? What, do we got to do it again now?
No note.
No, thank you. Dude, are we on level? We're almost on level 6. Oh my God. What? I drink, thank you. Fitty bits. Thank you. Well, first the pumpkin would rupture. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Rupturing's never good. Spleen, butt, banana, it's all bad. Likely cheaper there, I guess.
No candy, just spits.
You in the face. From time and space. You don't even know the time or the place. They disappear.
Gotta call it.
Smack you
Then
in
it
your
would
beard,
blow
then
and
you're gone.
freeze.
Like a pop song that trends for about 15 minutes, then it's gone again. Quantum mechanic kittens.
Oh my God, that was a lot going on there. Dude, we're on level 6. Oh wait, hold on. Wolfnick won. Well, I wasn't gonna win. I almost won. I almost wanted. Wolfnick beat us. They get a spin. They get a spin. What? It doesn't matter if I win first, though. I don't even get a spin. That's stupid. She gets something out of it. All right, Wolfnick, we got a spin coming up right after the hype train. Because we got to do it. But do we got to play the hype train thing again so I can get coffee? Oh, can we double down and put up the coffee? Is that going to break it? Let's see. All right, we're on a hype train. It's level 6. It's special. Throw it at the kid who's got money and, you know, they'll solve all your problems. Yeah, you get double candy. You know, if you always get a rock, know how to use it. Let's go.
Let's go! It's a freaking hype train! Let's go! It's a freaking hype train! Let's go!
Hey, now you can join in back there. Nice. I know why that's fun. It's fun. It's fun because it's slightly spicy, but still tasteful. It's nice. Those are standard jiggle physics. What?
Hype the train.
Hey, hype train. Thank you, Icarus. I haven't altered him. I don't even know how to. It's like out of the box. Yeah.
Worth it.
Hey, there you go. Thank you. We got other ones. It's like 4 or 5 other ones. But I don't know. We'll keep the bikini ones for Steve's streams. Because later at night, Pete swears a lot. I don't do that. Let's see. Got CB. What do we have CB? CB what? Cannabinoids? What? Cinnamon buns? What's CB stand for? What's CB stand for? CB radio?
It's
Yeah,
coffee
sure,
time. It's time to get some caffeine in your system.
Yeah.
You might have had too much, but nobody listened, so you buzzed.
Boom. And we're keeping... Oh, that one is nice. Hey, we even got pumpkin spice coffee. Not with actual pumpkin, though. Just the spices that pretend to be cool like me.
The jiggling of the physics is in full effect.
There you go. I guess we'll call that. It's got to go away. I'll call it. Give me a second. Okay. Good job. God. No, I always forget Halloween's a little dicey. See, PG covers up spicy coffee card. Call that beer. All right. Didn't take a break. Didn't do it a lot of streams. Let's see what I got. No drop frames because I think they fixed the internet. Thank you again if you are watching. They're probably not watching. Didn't run out of coffee because I'm not there yet. No,
Feels
no.
like the line from the Parasite Eve song should be a sound emote. Please remain calm. The end has arrived.
That's kind of fun though. Nice. Oh wait, no, we're still on level 6. All right, cool. All right. No, I got distracted by the bingo card because I was looking at mine like an idiot. Oh man. No, we still got to do the spin. I haven't forgotten. It's only been a minute. Let's see if now, dude, when are they going to make... they're not going to do Parasite Eve. We keep complaining and saying, hey, somebody remake Parasite Eve, and you got to get an indie dev to kind of do it. Cuff cards. There you go. Boom. Shadow, hi. How's it going? Goldie Panda, hi. What's up? Spazmataz, hi. What's up? Where did I leave off? I'm trying to catch up. Hold on. No, there's a lot of things happen. Every community, what is it? They got a little emote things. Oh, God, they're doing that thing with the... what is that? No, I forgot what they do that. There was like a thing. All right, I don't even know. Your ward. Probably wind gusting outside as I say this. Well, what we were warned about. Lava lamps. Yeah, they aren't full of lava. What did they call them? I have a lava lamp right there, but the light bulb blew out. So now I got to get another one. I'm angry about it. I know, man. Dude, I mean, it's not even like I use it a lot.
Hi,
Cynic
Popcorn.
Steve, thank you. 100 bits. Thank you. They remake Parasite Eve. They need to fix the shooting aspect of the game. Yeah, a lot of older games need a little bit of tweaking. I don't think Square Enix is going to do that. I think they're just like, yeah, let's just keep putting out Final Fantasy stuff and
So
whatever
Panda
else.
has been feel bad this last week.
No, Goldie Panda. Why? You have a cookie deficiency? Is there not enough cheesecake in the house? Was the cake stolen? What? You have maladroit muffins? Maladroit muffin syndrome. Trying to think of alliteration. The cake is a lie. Well, you know, maybe it just was exposed to a lot of fake news. I don't know. I got a hand. Hey, there you go. What's that? AJ, what's the subject costume? The last part of the outfit came on a Friday. Just involves information. All right, did we hype train go? All right, hype train. It did. We got all level 5 things. We almost got through level 6. Yes, thank you. Everybody being on hype train now. We got to do our wheel spin for Wolfnick. I can also go into easy mode for this. Boo. Cha-cha-cha. Easy mode. Let's go. No, I got to do a lot going on here because, you know, my hands got to move around and all that other stuff. It's kind of like a lot of work, you know. Boo, 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 boo. Do, 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 do. Essay mode. Nice. Boo, boo. Let me see. I think I've done random singing, right? Did I do random singing? Probably. Boom. All right, calling that. Let's see what my card's looking like. All right, boom. Got it. Active game. Wolfnick 1. All right, got to do that. All right. Then I also got to go all the way over to the other computer. All right. Because for people who don't know, if you're here, if you're first one to win bingo, boom. You get a spin on a wheel of prizes that deal with whatever's in the itch.io shop. You know, it could be music, could be game, well, not a game, but you know what I mean. Stuff. So music, video, comic, I don't know. All content recommended for mature viewers. Or older viewers that may be immature. You know what I mean. Anyway, regardless, it is time.
What's the deal? Let's spin the wheel.
I'll spin it.
'Cause you won bingo.
Spinning the wheel. All right, what do we got here? Spinning, 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 spinning. Bow, 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 bow. Bow. Give me down. What do we got? Ooh. Hey, New York Island. Neurotically yours. I've just said New York. Island series. Ooh, the complete collection. All right, let's get that. Boom. Probably could have let the song play out. Where is it? That's the whole thing. It's a whole VOD collection. As soon as I can find it. Where you at, Island Connection? There it is. Island series. Download keys. All right. Create download keys. Copy into download keys. Whisper into download keys. It has been whispered. Wolfneck, you got a thing. It's in your whispers. That means I get to close links and things. Nice. Thank you. Bo. Hey, people on YouTube still doing a YouTube thing where they click the button. It's weird. I feel like YouTube's not becoming viable anymore. It's not a viable entity. Boop. All right. Boom. Congratulations, Wolfneck. I know, do something fun with it. If it's something you already got, then pass it along to somebody else who may already not have it. Hey. Go.
Number 39, we are at 70.
Are we? Is that a factual? Hey, Anonymous Reviewer gifted 2 subs. Thank you. Why does it say Anonymous with their names right there in chat? Rob Will gifted 2 subs. Raven Boom got 1. Jeffrey. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you. All right, where be the viewers at here? Where was that? What? I should probably call that. Yeah, well, we'll call this. We'll probably get there, right? Think we're good? Yeah. All right, does that help me? Oh, man, I'm always so far away from getting a bingo, dude. This is ridiculous. I work here. Come on. We're at 70. I call it 75. It's fine. You know, it's getting there. If somebody didn't win, then I'd be more of a stickler. But 5 people, give or take, you know, analytics. I had none of those. Got the block simulator, one of those aspects, please. We can do the property check. We have to find out the new behaviors of each type. Got to fix fluids and more flammables. Flammables. That's what you do. Put Susie June on fire for the hype train. Not literally on fire, but cool flame effects and stuff. You know, I mean, I'm giving you more work, but you know, what the hell? Why not? What else are you doing? Other work. I know, but still, who cares? Raging Ronic, hi, how's it going? I have 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Nice. Consistency is key. I've been dealing with anxiety, and I feel like I've been on autopilot. Oh, dude, autopilot anxiety. Yeah, that's when you kind of shut down, but you still function. Nah, man, that happens a lot. You know, and then like 24 years later, you're like, oh, it's been 24 years. Yeah. No, I don't know. Usually for us, when we're in anxious autopilot, we just kind of ride the wave, as it were. It's all you can do sometimes. Sometimes you can give a cake. Yeah, we're the eat your feelings type people. Very bad advice. Don't listen to me. Bump, bump, bump. About 13 years for me, right? Cynic Steve's like, oh, God, autopilot. It kind of depends on what you're doing. Autopilot can just get you through the day. Sometimes it's just like, my mind. Halloween candy. Dude, you want to look at Halloween candy? I want to look at Halloween candy. Let's go. All right. This should work. Hey, it does work. Nice. And you know what? Let me just call Physical items, which is somewhere here. Spicy card. No, it's got oh, I'm sure a dysrectics for something. Let's see. I haven't hit Mike yet. No, thrift store find. No. Didn't show PO boxing. Where's the physical? God. Part of me really just wants to memorize all the numbers, but I never get to do. Oh my God, that was number 5. Oh, I think I needed number 5. Oh, snap. I got a bingo. Hey, good. Good for me. I remembered the number, but not what I needed to. All right. Boop, boop. I have no idea where to put all this stuff. All right. Because it is No, I don't need to be here. I got the little guy here. All right, take over, little bro. Okay, cool. Makes my life a lot easier. All right. No, it's Halloween, right? It's freaking Halloween. You know what that means? Candy. I like candy. You like candy? Everybody likes candy. Even if you're diabetic, there's sugar-free candy that you can get to say, you know what? This is good. Because candy. What I'm about to show you is not diabetic friendly in any capacity whatsoever. But it is Halloween. Also, green screen's on, so it could be jacked up. Boop. Look, we got marshmallow peeps. Hey, gotta grab an extra card. Thank you. We got the ghosts. Ooh, spooky ghost. We didn't get crazy on these because we didn't want to do too much. I mean, we got candy for, trick-or-treaters and whatnot. We showed these last time, but I figured I'd show them again just in case Dawn eats the rest of them. Look at that. Junior Mints, they're spooky. Hate one. Nice. The one bingo. Let's go. All right. Candy. Exactly. Right? Real Max Marvel. Everyone's winning bingo. What was it? Physical item was just really keeping people holding. Oh, my God. Everybody. Holy poop. That's a lot of winners. God. That good? Okay. Junior Mints. They're small mints. They're good. I actually like them. These have like orange and black filling in there. It's kind of weird.
Wheel spin happen need to call it.
Oh my God, I forgot about the wheel spin. Thank you. I got it. Where's my wheel spin? I don't know what to do when Shadav's not here. It's like, I know, pressing buttons is hard, Pumpkin Guy. You're quiet. All right. We got those. So we got the Junior Mints. They're orange and black on the inside. The black ones are a little bit more, I guess, firmer in texture for some reason. Yellow ones are just, they're yellow. Should have one. Nice.
Junior Mints always remind me of the episode of Seinfeld where Kramer drops one in the patient in the operating theater.
That was pretty funny. I do remember that. They're small mints. They're Junior Mints. Pretty good. Boom. These. All right. Pumpkin peeps. This guy's looking a little Phantom of the Opera here. I don't know. Dawn's going to open these up on streams, but at least you're getting a preview of the... at least the ghosts don't look messed up. Look at it. He's like, I love pumpkin. All right. Some of the discount candy, I'm not bringing it out. Mounds. All right, Mounds. These are full-size bars. All right, full-size bars. And generally, a full-size bar now is like $1.50, right? This thing was 74 cents. 74 cents. Mounds is basically like the only over-the-counter candy, right? That I actually still enjoy because the dark chocolate is actually dark chocolate, and I do like coconut. Like, as far as American candies go, all right? Full-size bar. 74 cents. We bought 10 of them. We, I think, have 8 left. Dude, 74 cents. Look at that, dude. It's got coconut in it, bro. What? Oh, I'm not giving those out. I'm eating those. Are you kidding me? This is my little hidden stash. We got a bag of, like, all sorts of weird things, like the little ones and all that other crap. So much for the diet. Well, it's not like I eat these every day, like maybe one a week, So we're usually pretty good at spacing things out.
Are you sure those aren't cheddar cheese flavor?
I'm pretty sure. Cheddar cheese is usually, there's nothing here that would even denote cheddar cheese. Where are you seeing cheddar cheese? Though I think the peeps would be good if they were covered in Cheeto dust. That would be kind of good. I would eat that. There you go. Candy. The candying. We'll bring out the bag next week, I think. Also, you got to get a secondary camera for Steve so he can show crap because I'm getting tired of doing it all. Boop. All right. Pack up your treats. All right. Dude, I kind of want to eat those now, especially the mounds. Last thing I want to do is just be eating sugar all day. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Don't. Savory festive snack? What, like beef? Steak? Dude, there was a time for Halloween that people would actually give out, like, homemade goodies. Like, there used to be houses that used to give out, like, before everyone was worried about everybody putting things in food and, people used to make homemade stuff. like homemade brownies and stuff. Nobody ever gave out like nuggets. Nobody had like a big bowl of nuggets and just said, you know, had dipping sauces on the sides. You're not going to do our trick or treat. And here's a bunch of nuggets, kids. You know, take what you want. Dipping sauce on the table over there. Card battle. Let's go. Nice. All right, Farrelland, you got to roll equal to or greater than. Ooh. 14. Ah. I feel like you got just booted with a hip and then knocked over. Does that count as spicy? I think we'll call it. Somebody, dude, big chip. Oh man, I want Doritos. I was thinking about those the other day too. So let's see what we got here. All right, super size emote. All right. So I'm going to call that, and then I might as well call spicy, even though for me, oh, that was already called? How was that called? The last one wasn't spicy. I don't know. Sometimes mods have a different opinion on what's considered spicy. I don't know. I'm at the whim of mods sometimes, you know? They interpret things completely differently. What? I've been on the internet for 20-something years. Spider One, yeah, my concept of spicy, I got a real high bar for that, you know? If I'm not seeing bits and pieces, then I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Pumpkin spice, yeah. You just grab an extra card. Thank you, get an extra card. Hey, Spider One, nice. Just looking for, what, 13, 32, 2, 4, 3, 10, but I don't get anything to go to me. What? What do we got? I don't even know what those numbers are. Ask for help. Look it up. Runs out of coffee. Oh, I could totally run out of coffee. 2. What the hell's 2? Takes a break for ears. Oh, yeah, no, we do that for, you know, anytime there's an ad break. We could do that. It will happen. The breaking will happen. They did mildly spicy. Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to think what happened this week. Aside from discount candy, we did a... God, it's so boring when you do like chores. There's just not a lot to talk about it. Hey, got an extra card. We avoided the outside world, especially over the weekend, because, you know, everybody's complaining about stuff, you know. People are getting together. And they got billboards. No, it's not a Comic-Con. What is wrong with you, dude? There's things happen. Whatever. Let's see. I need 12 and 14. 12 and 14. Why am I keep looking at the cards? It'll happen if they happen. Where to leave off? No, what was the other thing? Grab an extra card. Everyone's grabbing extra cards. People are like, I want to win this multiple times. Thank you. I'm new here. How do I play bingo? There should be a bingo thing. If you put exclamation bingo, it should give you like all the deets. It's like down below the thing. I usually don't see it because I'm on stream. I don't know if you're on mobile or whatever. There should be a thing at the bottom. Or if you're on mobile, it might be an overlay that says stream bounty. You know, that kind of thing. I don't know where it is. I never look at my own stream. Oddly enough, I don't play bingo when Dawn does it. Apple Cat. You know, if you put a peeler right in the right spot, it'll look like you could just skin him alive. If he's spinning around like that, just get an apple peeler. Be like, ah! Yeah. What do you mean I'm dark? I've been hanging around with Steve all day. You know, it's like, come on, what do you expect? Hey, they want you to bingo. Nice. Remember when Trick or Treat was like 9 to 10 years old? They actually got full-size packs of Halloween Oreos. Wow. Full-size packs? Dug one. Nice. Found it. Thank you. All right, cool. There you go. Hey, like I found it and one. Easy. Another way to skin a cat. Yeah, just put it on a what do they call them things? Those, I don't know. Spit? Is it called what, a spit? Why do they call it a spit? No, when they put the meat on the thing and it kind of spins around over flames. Yeah, no, nobody does homemade stuff anymore. I guess for good reason, you know. Some people are just bad cooks, you know. But I've never gotten savory, like a savory treat, trick-or-treating. Nobody was like, you know, here's a chicken leg, here's some nuggets. Here's an exploding cat. None of that. Must have been Taco Tuesday. What? Called shawarma. Shawarma what? Waiting for shawarma weather.
Remember homemade popcorn balls?
Those I kind of do. People would make homemade popcorn balls. I got a handful of them at the tail end of that. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know where it's from. Now, sometimes they would be wrapped up, which is kind of nice, but, you know, it's like, I kind of don't, you know. It was pretty good. Boop. Go. Nice. They won. Remember when there was no fun size and we all got full-size bars? Those were the times.
My last Halloween as a kid, I got the big Carlson chew from this one old guy in the neighborhood.
Yes. Charleston Chew, bro. I haven't had one of those in forever, and I'm sure my teeth thank me for that. Yeah, but I don't know. Some places really kind of amp it up, and they're like, yeah, we're going to have full-size bars, you know, that kind of thing. I feel like it takes the fun out of everything. If every kid's got an app where they're like, yeah, this house is good, don't go to this house, it's terrible, blah, blah, blah. It's like they're maximizing their trick-or-treating without experiencing the surprise of what it would actually be, you know? Skip house, you know, 8, 7, and 32 on this block because, you know, they don't have... It's like, what, dude? Like, stop having, like, flipping statistics, you know? It's like, everyone's like, statistically, this isn't the best block to go through. You're not maximizing your candy, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what the heck? Dude, you just go house to house, you know? What's with people putting crap like razor blades or whatever, sharp objects in candy back then? That actually didn't happen. If you look it up, it actually didn't happen. The one person that actually did something, it was for a family member. That wasn't a thing. It literally wasn't a thing. It was like media scaring everybody about Halloween or whatever. Because of that one instance with some person trying to poison their own relatives. It was ridiculous. No, because every year it's like we hear it and we're just like, that literally didn't happen. Everyone was worried about it because, you know, when something spread back then, nobody really could fact check stuff. You know? Of course, later on, when people were starving for attention on the internet, they would basically put stuff in their own food and be like, oh, look what I found. Somebody's trying to... And then they do investigations, and it's just like, no, they made it up for TikTok or whatever. So a dumb mass scare. Yeah. Mass hysteria. Yeah. I don't know. Nobody's... And here's the thing. Everyone worries about drugs and stuff getting into the kids' candies. If people have drugs, they're not giving them to kids. They're not. Nobody's wasting weed on a 6-year-old to see him get stupid. The sugar is enough to get them stupid, you know? Same thing with everything else. That stuff is expensive. You ain't been giving out some CBD gummies to some kid, you know? It's not happening. McBooyah, what's up? How's it going? How do I get motivated to do your work? Kind of depends on the work. I would say, you know what? My motivation is pure anger. So, you know, get angry about it and say, you know what? I'm going to beat the hell out of you. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It kind of depends on the work. If it's paperwork, I will put it off for absolutely ever. I would do it the last second. We had to renew a password, and I'm just like, oh, God. We had the paperwork for like 6 months. I'm just like, it took like 10 minutes to do it. Like, booyah one. Nice. And I'm just like, oh, I can't do it. You know, that kind of thing. Trying to get motivated to sell. You know what? It depends on your mood. If find something you either like watching on in the background, get some music together, you know, make yourself a nice cozy cup of tea or coffee, you know, sit there and just be like, all right, let's see what happens, you know? You gotta have fun with it. Sometimes you got to build up to kind of sit down, but once you get into it, you're good.
From what I gathered, if a pumpkin is still fresh, it might stay in one piece. About the standard pie pumpkin size.
Huh. Pumpkins! They're awesome. Did you make sweet potato pie the other day, but without the pie? It's kind of weird. It worked, though. You're on my background. All right. Every once in a while, should I pop and be like, you should be working, man. Come on. Come on, man. Get out that thread needle. You can do this. Yeah. What? Personalized one-on-one motivation. Or I could sound like a weird motivational person. You can do it no matter what you put your mind to. If you believe, it can happen. You know, that kind of thing. They're overly boisterous and optimistic. What? Creativity wells up inside you every moment you're alive. You know? That kind of thing. Yeah, announcer voice. Yeah, I can't do what? That voice sometimes and I hate it. What? Well, it's always fun to do that voice. Always mess up the voice, you know? What? I can be, what? You want me to do the weird crackly kid puberty guy who's like, all right, everyone, creativity is inside you and you can just, do it. It sounds more like a Rick and Morty voice. You know? Oh, jeez. You gotta sew, guys. Watch the needle. What does it do for what? For gaming is awesome. I forget which voices I do. I'm just like, it happens. Yeah, Squeaky Teen Guy from The Simpsons. That was the first one before Rick and Morty. Would you like fries with that? What's your old man voice? What do I do it as a motivational speaker? You might as well just, if you got inspiration, it's in there somewhere. Use it before you die. Because we're all getting there. If you don't do what you got to do, you're going to be on the floor saying, I've fallen and I can't get up. And then your nephews don't come over. And you're sitting there eating Halloween candy. But guess what? It's June. Okay, Grandpa. Time to go to bed. Yeah, and before Rick and Morty, lemon grabs. I could do the lemon grabs voice, but it's brutal.
If any fresh jack-o'-lantern or art carving, the water might boil out from it.
Why is everybody looking up how to mutilate jack-o'-lanterns now? Why are you doing that? This is my favorite Sir Pumpkin. Yeah, there you go. The only Sir Pumpkin. Really? I'm the only one? That makes me a king. What? Now forget about what the protests say. I'm a king. I'm a pumpkin king. I got paperwork. Let's see. That's the voice when Jermaine's answered the phone. I got an earful from Uncle or whatever. Hey. Yeah, let me get some liquids for that. All right, it's good. Having liquid. Three-eyed pumpkin. Weird. Boom. Yeah, nice. Put down the carving tools, man. Get away from the pumpkin. Where to leave off? Drop taco in the fryer. Ah. You're greasy. What do you mean I'm greasy? I'm not greasy. I glisten with the dewy glow of a morning flower. Don't look at me like that. I glisten. Whatever. Boop. Got some brown sugar and cinnamon cream cheese spread and mix into equal parts of canned pumpkin puree. What? Bit sweeter and like, but dang. Yeah, no, cream cheese makes everything better. Even pumpkin murder. I know they didn't do it, but they encouraged it by buying a can of it.
So, make sure its natural spacesuit isn't compromised.
I don't think NASA's putting the money into spacesuits for pumpkins. I feel like that'd be a waste of taxpayer money. God. Boom. Thank you. What? That's what you read that. Actually, I want more coffee. No, I got to drink this before it gets room temperature. That's awful. That's pretty good. Okay, good. Nice. There you go. I've been repowered. Whatever. Got a great bag of Halloween-themed Kit Kats. Nice. This is Green Witch Brew, Orange Ghost Toast, and Dracula-shaped Kit Kats. Dracula shape? What are they, just teeth? Oh, speaking of which, yo, the store we normally shop at finally got monster cereals in. Finally. It was like a week before Halloween. I'm like, what took you guys so long? These were available globally. Of course, you know what? They had like 3 boxes. They had like 3 boxes. I guess everyone was waiting and they bought them all up. Yeah. They had a Frankenberry and then 2 Count Chocula's and a really banged up Boo Berry, which hopefully will make its way to the discount bin. No, it's ridiculous. And Boo Berry just looks like they reuse Count Chocula and put little blueberry marshmallows in there. Go.
Limit some per customer.
Why would they do that? They're not Pokemon cards. I don't think there's people are... Dude, I've seen the behavior surrounding Pokemon cards. I'm like, my God, I can't support that trash. Make my own coffee right now. Folgers 1800 blend. That's a really old blend. Yeah, no. There was some Halloween themed candy, but not a lot of it. I got to say, it's oh God. What the hell store did we go to? What was it? They all the same to me at a certain point. Was it a TJ Maxx or I think it's like TK Maxx overseas? Like the Halloween stuff in there was utter trash. Like I'm like, or was it Home Goods? I don't know. One of those places. Anytime there's a home store, they all look alike. I'm like, nobody made anything good this year. No, we haven't been to a Target in probably months, I think. What was the last time we went? That was before Halloween stuff even came out. By the time we go back, it's going to all be gone. Yeah? Like they still had school supplies. Ugh. I know, man, but the quality of merch, man, it's just, it's terrible. No, you could tell, man, the paint jobs suck. Everything looks like garbage. And I'm just like, oh. This is why I gravitate towards vintage stuff, but all that stuff is expensive. Found Wednesday and eating cereals, bought the Wednesday. 5 out of 10. Yeah, I'd give it about that. And I feel like that score is a little bit overbloated. It's just because the box was cool. The Wednesday cereal wasn't great. It was kind of just meh, you know? I didn't try the Enid cereal. It's a little too cheery for me. I'm allergic to color. I know every time they have, like, I think they came out with Wicked cereal, and I'm like, I'm sure that's just going to taste the same as everything else. Yeah. It's like they just dye it a different color and throw marshmallows in there, and it's like, it's Wicked. Okay, use a different dye. It's Wednesday. Use a different dye. It's Enid. It's, you know, come on. Can we have unique cereal? The shapes aren't even different. God. Ugh. Ridiculous. Hold on. Things aren't refreshing. Boop. Okay, I think I got it. All right. All right, where are we? Sorry, late. Yeah, Stick, hi, how's it going? Hope you're doing well on a Sunday. It's Sunday. It is actually like 70-something degrees today. I'm aggravated AF about it. I don't like it. Oh, we got ads happening. Oh, then you could call the, it takes breaks for ears. Yeah, do that, because you're loud. We're so loud, we hurt our own ears. What do you need? Cereals and stuff like that. What? Goes to the room of lies. The room of lies. Is there truth beyond these doors? No. It is all lies. Hence the name. Room of lies. Takes a break for ears. All right, cool. Now I got to do it. But when we get back, we got to go through some fun stuff. I don't know. Maybe we'll have something else to show. We'll see what's happening. Nah, man, dude, there was a thing, a break-in at the Louvre in Paris, France. Yeah, but France isn't what it used to be, and apparently neither is Louvre security or Twitch security. All right. Yeah, so I don't know, we'll be back. Ads are happening. Hopefully it'll show you something fun and not something stupid. Let's find out. These were some examples of things that were edited for the Square Enix Manga Up app.
You are fined 20 bits for a violation of the Verbal Morality Code.
Oh God, not the Verbal Morality Code.
Remember, I get everything that has nuts in it.
Just because you're a squirrel, that doesn't mean you get everything with nuts in it. Besides, you didn't even dress up for Halloween. You just told everyone you were a midget in a squirrel costume. And so, because you're an insensitive toward the plight of the little people. You can have whatever I don't want.
Fine. Let us now sift through our candy loot. What did we get?
Let's see. We got an apple?
An apple. What idiot gives out apples for Halloween?
Farmers?
In Manhattan? Come on! What else?
Gluten-free soy milk.
Gluten-free soy? Why not just throw acid in my face?
Vegetarian chocolate?
Vegetarian chocolate? Has there really been that many instances of meat getting into chocolate that it warrants the production of a meatless candy bar?
Well, they do make chocolate-covered bacon, which is like the best thing ever.
You know, I don't know what's happened to Halloween. It's become cuter, less offensive, and honestly, the only thing scary about it now is the amount of crappy candy that's handed out.
Now that you mention it, I do remember finding more razors in past years. Now they don't even try to hide them in the candy. They just tape them together like it's some sort of care package for a hairy diabetic. But at least we got our usual bag of mixed caliber bullets.
That's New York for you. Anything else?
Some religious flyers, dehydrated seaweed snacks, and a coupon for holistic eggplant.
Damn it.
And some jerk gave us a rock.
We got Charlie Browned!
You make that sound like it's a good thing.
Oh, hell yeah! You can do all sorts of things with a rock. You can break windows, smash someone's skull in, skip it across a lake, and, best of all, pet rock.
Pet rock?
Yeah, you just toss googly eyes on that you got yourself a new best friend.
Hey
Rejoice!
Pumpkin and
We are
beautiful
blessed by
Pauline,
another
today's the
bountiful
month of your
Halloween
favorite day in
harvest.
October.
I don't see
Also,
it that
could
way.
you tell Foamy I found a
you're just
bagel
not
with
seeing
cream
the
cheese
bright
Pringles?
side of rocks. Alright? So, I'm taking this, and you go eat your seaweed snacks and play with your bullets. Pet rock, go! Pet rock, pet rock adventures.
Somehow, the bullets seem more appealing to me right now.
Close enough. We only got a couple of seconds left to add. Whatever. Whatever. What? Mastic actually likes dried seaweed snacks. I've tried them. I don't have the palate for dried seaweed snacks. I've tried them. It's not good. It's not a good thing for me. My taste buds revolt, and then the rest of my body does as well. I can never get behind it. I cannot endorse seaweed snacks. I can't do it. Well, I don't like wasabi either. Making it unbearably hot does not make the sea floor flavor go away. What? I generally don't like spicy. I can eat wasabi. Like, I can eat a spoonful of it and it won't bother me. I'm just not happy with it. Clears out your sinuses. No, where do you think, I don't even, you know how long it'll take me to find all this weird exotic stuff you're eating? Yeah. I have like regular weird stores that their quote unquote international aisle is like a jar of General Tso's sauce and one Kit Kat from the UK. We're not very civilized here. All right, what do we got here? Hold on, I'm making coffee. Making coffee. It should always be there. That's the way it works here. The coffee is always there. Go.
Hey Pumpkin and beautiful Pauline, today's the month of your favorite day in October. Also, could you tell Foamy I found a bagel with cream cheese Pringles?
Is that a thing? Bagel with cream cheese Pringles? Bro. That seems wrong. Now I got to keep an eye out for him. All right, we got days. What days? And thank you. National Seafood Bisque Day. Again with the seafood. Again with the seafood. All right, National LGBT Center Awareness Day. Did you know there's centers? Hey, what happened to the other letters after it? LGBTQ LMNO plus. What happened? Did they get rid of New Game Plus? Whatever. World Toy Camera Day. What? How's that even a thing? That was World Toy Camera Day. All right. Let's see. International Gin and Tonic Day. Well, that's going to help right after you evaluate your life day. I feel like they doubled down on these, you know? They were just like, you know what? Evaluate your life, but you know, it's also Gin and Tonic Day. So, National Wolf Awareness Week. Yeah, I'm aware of wolves. Thanks. Okay, that's it. These are the days. Tomorrow, birth of Guru Granth. I don't know what is that. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go with. I'm going with wolf awareness because even though the other one's got food in it, it is seafood. I'm aware of wolves today. Or LGBT center. Okay, either or. Wolves. I don't know. LGBT has been separated from the other half in some circles. Really? Isn't it weird that even in like, I guess, smaller communities, they're still infighting? Like, I guess nobody just wants to get along. Good. Everybody be nice. We're all got to live in this world. Got to make it a little bit better, even though it's sometimes terrible. What else we got here? I got a long list of stuff here. Oh, this one. Am I the beep? Steve went through this ad nauseum. So, yeah, we'll maybe save that for last if we don't have anything else. I evaluated my life last night. Didn't go well. What do you mean? What do you mean it didn't go well? Come on. Evaluate your life. You know what? Here's the first thing you probably missed on that list of life evaluation is we're all here, still living long enough to be able to evaluate a life that is partially full and filled with memories. I couldn't find anything on the Wholesome Reddit, so I figured I'd throw that on there. Wholesome! I agree, there's way too many divisions. Yeah, I feel like we're all just divide and conquer. That's what it is. Boop. All right. Yeah, so we'll maybe play with that later. What's going on here? I see somebody staring at the sun. It's going to hurt their eyes. What is this? Oh, that's right. September to November is gaming's playoffs, and whoever wins, we win. There's a list of decent games coming out. Like, there is so many games coming out. Look at this. This was just, what is it? September. You had Hell Is Us, Hollow Knight, you had Chronos, Borderlands 4, Dying Light, Baby Steps, Slime Rancher 2, Hades 2, Silent Hill F, Sonic Racing, Cross Worlds, and Lego Party. I don't know if Lego Party is any good. You need people to play that. I don't do that. I just need to step up my game. I guess. Oh. If it's a Canadian version, what is 2SLGBTQL, or is that an exclamation plus? 2S stands for Two Spirit, was a Native American thing. Yeah, I'm aware of Two Spirits. I figured they were just their own thing. And they didn't really get lumped into everything else. I know. Yeah. Oh, wait, October. What do we? Oh, that's this now. Okay, let's see. We got Ghost Yote, Yotai, whatever. Absalom. Absalom. Oh, Battlefield 6, Little Nightmares 3, Ball Pit. What do you got? Pokemon Legends Z through A. There's no voice acting in that. I'm going to complain about that later. Jurassic World Evolution 3. They keep making those. Ninja Gaiden 4. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Comes out in like 3 days. Or 2 days. Come on, dude. Vampires. Once Upon a Katamari. Bro, let's go. Outer Worlds 2. Mina the Hollower. I don't know that one. I'll have to look it up. November. Oh, I see a Zelda thing. Oh, Hyrule Warriors. All right. Europa. Possessors. Anno 117. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Kirby Air Riders. Deal without Kirby. Wait, is that another racing game? Is Kirby getting her own racing game? Because I feel like we got so many kart racer type things I'm going to throw up. Got to go do adult stuff. Ow. As an adult, you could say no. Just saying. Even the Switch 2 can't make Pokemon look good, as fans compare Legend Z through A to a PS2 game. That's always the thing. People are like, bro, there shouldn't be any noise. Oh God, no. We're not doing that. Just close that. Why can't? Oh, there you go. Just give me that. What's the problem here? Oh, that draw distance. Oh my God, bro, are you serious? Okay, that's pretty bad. Like draw distance. That's pretty bad. What else we got here? I don't know what's going on there. Is that Selma Hayek? Let's see. Here's the thing. All right. This game, right? Legends Z through A. All right. This was made for supposedly. That's Switch 2 version? I would assume so, if that's what they're going to label it, but people do lie, so who knows? This game was supposedly made for $13 million. $13 million. Allegedly. You know, somebody look it up. Could be 14, could be 15. Who knows? Nobody knows. Right? Now, here's the thing about Pokemon. That, it makes so much money. It makes so much money. And they didn't even bother with voice acting. Supposedly, in this game, there's no real voice acting. And I'm like, are you guys kidding me? Are you guys kidding me? Are you guys kidding me? $13 million. $13 million. And I know you're like, oh, wow, $13 million. That's a lot. For a video game nowadays, it really isn't. Especially if it's a franchise like this. I feel like the last Digimon game cost more to make. All right. So this is, if those numbers are actually true. Ain't one. Thanks. If those numbers are actually true, that means whoever's making these games, maybe Nintendo, whatever, they're putting in the minimal effort for maximum profit. Okay? So this is pretty much why I don't give a flying crap about Pokemon anymore. Like, because like, if this is going to be their thing moving forward, as it's always been, apparently, is they put as little money into something as possible to try to maximize profits. They do it. That's kind of Japan's thing, okay? That's Japan's thing. Because even when it comes to, like, movies and stuff like that, every time I like, read a review with the director or something, they're just like, yeah, well, in our industry here, you know, we basically do the minimal budget required just to complete the film and then, you know, try to maximize profits for our shareholders. And I'm like, come on, dude. I could see that with an indie film, but my dude, Pokemon. They literally put out a bunch of Pokemon cards. You know how much money they're making off of Pokemon cards right now? Even from scalpers, because scalpers will go out and they sell out everywhere. They got so much money. Get voice actors and, you know, maybe graphics. God. They stopped putting effort when they brought in the 3D models and mega gimmick, and it shows in the storyline they have for the games. Yeah, I didn't even look into the storylines. I can't imagine them being riveting. But ironically, somebody did a comparison between cutscenes from the new Pokemon game and the Digimon game. And the Digimon games is like the cutscenes are actually pretty astounding for a Digimon game. And this thing was just like, it was bare bones. Like, yeah, okay, the guy's just kind of standing there. It's just, right, whatever. Just, yeah, just, something's happening. And it was actually pretty terrible. OG Pokemon games for Game Boy were max effort. It seems that way. It's like at a certain point, they're like, yep, we got everybody hooked on this franchise, so don't bother putting money into it now. It'll fall at some point. It'll fall. Trust me on that. The outdated Japanese business practices are they're down for. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if consumers complain, they're labeled wrong and ignored. That is kind of a weird thing. I've noticed that. You know, and this is why I'm just like, whatever with Nintendo. Just across the board, I'm literally not buying anything from them, unfortunately. Yeah. Not until Pal World. And even then, I'm kind of like the practices they put out. I'm just kind of, I've talked to this numerous times. So, but, this thing, you're like, hey, what's this? This looks like a Yakuza game. No, we're one step closer to a Sleeping Dogs movie as a script has a finished draft. All right, Sleeping Dogs. All right, for those who don't know, it's kind of an underrated video game, very GTA-ish. However, I feel like when you make it into a movie, it's going to be a generic, like, all right, this dude's trying to do stuff, and yeah, violence and things happen, gangs and all that other stuff. So, you're going to buy chips. All right, there you go, chips. Oh my God, I want a chip. I got to buy myself a container of cheese balls the next time I see one. I want to get cheese balls. Cheese balls. I haven't had them in for a while, you know. It's a hilariously bad singing take on me in karaoke. Karaoke always seems to be a thing. So hopefully this will work out. This guy's going to be in it, supposedly. This guy. He played, the Shang-Chi Legend of the Rings thing, the Marvel movie. He's a good actor. So hopefully this will work. And I saw the word Nintendo in there. Why? Long before we had a Minecraft movie. Okay, I don't care. Okay. No, it seems long-winded. I don't give a crap. Boop. Shigeru Miyamoto says Nintendo is going all in on movies because games eventually stop. Hey, Miyamoto, you know what? Games wouldn't eventually stop if you supported them. You know? If you actually cared about the things you created. Now they're going to be like, yeah, we're all in on movies now. Thanks, Nintendo. Let that sink in while I have some coffee. Having coffee. Where do I apply for a job, ma'am? Okay. Let's see. That's kind of sad. Can't wait for Chris Pratt to voice Link, right? Well, at least they're doing, live action with Zelda. So, hopefully that'll work. Game shouldn't end if you came up with new games. Well, that's the whole thing. They want to just get rid of the older games, and then if they can, they'll resell it to you again in some kind of special edition crap. At least Nintendo does that. I don't know. Nintendo is... I feel like... Nintendo has no interest in preserving games unless they feel they can make money off of it. Because a lot of game developers, like Nintendo or whatever, I don't think they look at their games as art or something that needs to be preserved, but all the fans who play it do. And they're like, no, you got to preserve this game. And they're like, yeah, whatever. You know, but then again, it's like when somebody tries to, quote unquote, preserve it online, they get sued. So it's just like, what are you guys doing? But whatever. You know, Xbox had a good run of trying to preserve older games with backward compatibility. At least Sony's got their kind of archive library. But again, it's just going to be this is not good. Games eventually stop running. They shouldn't. And clearly they don't if you get it in the hands of actual, modders and stuff who can make your games run better on PC. Breath of the Wild, 60 frames a second, 4K. Allegedly. Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of this. The movies are going to be like, all right, and they'll probably be halfway decent, but generally, I don't care enough. I want to play a game. Yeah. Oh, speaking of things, I think we do have a tab open for that. Yeah, video game movie. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Japan believes video games are strictly for children and they should only be for children. Adults who play video games are shunned in Japan. Yeah, but how come adults who make video games aren't shunned? It's like, well, they're making us money, so I guess we'll deal with their otaku idiosyncrasies. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Why create a whole industry geared towards, like, quote-unquote gamers, but then have an age cutoff? And I do feel like Nintendo, a lot of their games are geared towards younger audiences. Some of them not so much, but it's like, if they have mature rated games, then it's like, clearly they know people play it, you know? So what, they're just encouraging, ostracizing people from their society. They got bigger problems right now, Japan, okay? Don't worry about your, your citizens who are into, anime and stuff like that right now. Because you got other things you got to work on, all right? Just saying. Japan's equivalent of Library of Congress has already officially stated that game key cards are ineligible for preservation and don't count as true physical games. Yeah, that's the thing. And the key card thing is an utter disaster. That's why games are going to stop working, because you're only going to be able to get them digitally in storefronts, and when they're delisted, it's over. Thanks, Nintendo, for preserving all the work that you do, that you claim to care about. Anyway, this person, look, going to get a physical games is more inconvenient than ever, but I still do it. This is an interesting article about this guy, waxing poetic, going to get a game from the store, which in this case was the Pokemon game. They went out and they're trying to look around, but they're like, all these stores are closing, the decline of store availability. Card battle. It's back. You got a roll equal to or greater than... Oh, 13. Wow. Literally a card that was called the very at 13. Do it. You just made it. You just made it. Pick a number, any number off the bingo chart. If you can't think of no, okay, random, you said. You're like, all right, I'm just going to do random. All right, calling random. Boom. Calling it. It was number 18, Tangia Party. It didn't help me at all, but I already got bingo, so it's okay. Nice. There you go. Beautiful. Hopefully that helped somebody out. Nice. So this guy was waxing poetic about the, all the thank you, the decline of store availability. Because all the GameStops are closing up and all this other stuff. Midnight release. And then they're just like, yeah, essentially they went to, some kind of supermarket thing where they have an electronics section and they bought it there. And they're like, yeah, okay, that's what I did. So they seem very depressed about it. This whole article is very, see, it's easy to say when I was a kid, things were better. Of course, that's true. I was a kid, but getting video games felt so much more important and like an event itself. True. I still have a, Game Station membership card in my wallet to this day, because when I walked into one of those stores 15 years ago, I set up my own rewards account, and it was exciting. I would browse every Game Station or game that I passed. I guess those are stores in the UK or somewhere. Because, U.S. equivalent here. See, GameStop in the U.S., blah, blah, blah. So essentially this person's like, yo, games used to mean more, And they're probably getting older, so they're having this, revelation of I got no time for this. Or maybe they're using that magical spark inside, and they're like, games just aren't what they used to be. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Maybe you're old and you're not having fun anymore. We're miserable curmudgeons, and I can still have fun. I can still have fun. All right? Bum, 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 bum. Key cards are a waste of plastic, which isn't surprising because Japan loves meticulous use of plastic packaging for presentability. Yeah, but if you're not presenting anything, it's like a collector's edition that doesn't have the game included, which is absolutely abysmal. But it's what a nickel is what they offer you in trading. Yeah, this is why every time we had a huge stack of games, and we went to a GameStop, and this was years and years ago, and we put them down on the counter, and we're like, bruh, how much could you give us for all this stuff? And this was a lot of games, and they were like, we can give you about $35. I'm like, huh? Back then, I don't know if they do it now. They're like, well, we could give you a little bit more in store credit, so maybe we could do 40 in store credit. And I'm like, there's 50 games here. Yeah, but, that kind of thing. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's just pack it up. So we packed it up, and we basically sold everything on eBay for a couple of $100. Yeah, it was more legwork for us. Had to do shipping and all that stuff, but guess what? We made a ton more money. I would actually no, because here's the thing. That's what's one of those things that's keeping GameStop and stores like that alive. Is everybody just goes in there and they're too lazy to sell the stuff themselves, so they're just like, oh yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, I'll take the $4 for this brand new game that I played for 10 minutes. Dude, just put it online or something. Sell it yourself. You get a large portion of your, even if you get 60% of your money back, right? That's going to be more than the 10% you're getting back from GameStop. I know it's more convenient and all this other stuff, but if you're really concerned about money, as we all should be in this day and age, put it up yourself. Sell it. It's easy enough. You know, you can take pictures with your phone, just post it up there. You know, if it sells, then yeah, just pack it up, throw it out. You know, there you go. Put it in the mailbox. That's all. Collectors want empty cases for the game they didn't include. That seems ridiculous. That is such a slap in the face for, like, gamers and people who like physical, you know, things. Video game industry crashed once before. It can happen again. If the games are the harbinger to the end. I feel like, yeah, I feel like AAA studios, there's definitely going to be crashes. Xbox is really screwing things up by raising prices of Game Pass, raising the prices of their console. I know there's, like, you know, trade issues and all that other stuff, tariffs, blah, blah, blah. They raised the prices of the console, raised the prices of Game Pass, and now they're like, yeah, no, we're working on another console. And no, you're alienating so many people, you know? So I don't know how any of these larger companies, with the amount of money they spend on crap, is going to make gaming better, you know? No, at this point, I'd rather just get a what do you call it, Steam Deck, and just play the games that I already have. I got a backlog like you wouldn't believe. It's absolutely insane. And most of those games are probably going to run on a Steam Deck. But even the Rogue Ally, they're like, hey, Xbox got a Rogue Ally. You want to get this? Look, you can do that. No, I'm done. Like, all these things, surprisingly, out of every major company, Nintendo, Xbox, Sony has pissed me off the least. And the only problem I got with Sony, go.
I once sold an old game at G's. 2 months later I came by to get a new game coming out and say my old game being sold for $30. They bought it for $10.
Exactly. That's their whole thing. They basically buy it for a fraction of the cost and basically triple, you know, what they would get for it. It's ridiculous. No, Sony is the one pissing me off the least. However, they don't have a lot of games I really need to get a console for. Because if they end up on PC, you know, I'll get it when it gets super cheap. So I'm just like, meh. Every AAA company now, or, you know, major company, I'm just like, yeah, I don't care. Steam, I'm like, all right, cool. They got a big, huge selection of all sorts of garbage. Look at all this cool stuff, you know? Just more fun. Same thing with GOG. I'm just like, GOG is cool. Yeah, they got all these cool old games. Yeah. Got plenty of old games to play. Sony. Lost less because they do less. Yeah, I guess. Steam Deck does sound very appealing.
Sony,
I just wish Canada had Steam gift cards.
Something PC. Thank you.
PS something PC? What they have the games on PC. Why don't you just do that? That'd be better. Dude, like all the games. God of War, I think Uncharted's on Steam. Yeah, all that stuff. But most of these games we played on the console, so anything new now, like, you know, Ghost of Yotai or whatever, it's like, whatever, just, I'll wait in the future and that'll be like a $5 game. Like, I don't care. Sony knows how to make decent hardware, even if it's a bit on the pricey side. Yeah, I feel like every company can make decent hardware as long as people are willing to pay for it. You could probably make a super awesome handheld that will blow everything out of the water, but it's probably going to cost you $3,000. Yeah. It's that damn consumer ability to buy thing that seems to be holding everybody back. If we only all had a livable wage. Go.
The rumor mill is saying that the PS6 will work like the Switch.
But for people, if you already have a Switch, then who cares? If you have a Steam Deck, which is probably gonna be a lot cheaper, what are they, like $700 or something? I don't know. There's different versions. Like the first one I think is like $300-$400, and then there's like a $500 one, and I think the better one's like $700. Dude, I haven't looked at them. But if I was going to get my next console, it would be that. The best one is $675. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. Write it down for Christmas. Okay. Boom. There you go. Xbox doubles down on plans for next generation console. Cites demand for innovation. You better have like Wii Sports level of innovation. But here's the thing. That's the problem with Xbox. Anytime they try something new, everybody dumps on it. You know, it's the Xbox tax. You know, it happened with Kinect. It happened with the Xbox One version of Kinect and all this other stuff. And even though it was a super cool device and it was well ahead of what needed to happen, people freaked out. They're like, what do you mean, cameras? You mean there's going to be cameras on the, you know what? You know, now it's like every console has it and everybody has a phone with a camera pointing at their face constantly 24/7. Yeah, but, you know. So, I don't know. They got to do something because I don't know if it's going to, what they could do to drag me back to their ecosystem. But at this point, I'm just like, yeah, I don't care. Yeah. What are they going to do? Augmented reality? Don't care. Another Kinect? I don't really care. Like, what? Motion controls? Don't care. Like 3D stuff, like the 3DS? Don't care. And it's not like I'm underwhelmed by the technology and I'm just shrugging it off. I do appreciate those technologies, but I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I got to figure out what's going on with my Elgato capture card. There's like this weird thing where it's showing that it's playing sound. I have it muted. But like there's this weird thing happening. Maybe it is playing sound. Maybe one of the tabs are playing something. It seems very rhythmic. All right, whatever. Boom. Here we go. Thieves steal crown jewels in 4 minutes from the Louvre Museum. Way to go, Paris. Good job. Good job, Paris. Literal crown jewels. Crown jewels. Napoleonic jewels. They literally, in minutes, what? In a minutes-long strike Sunday inside the world's most visited museum, thieves rode a basket lift to the Louvre, forced a window into the Galleria des Blah Blah, while tourists pressed shoulders to shoulder in the corridors, smashed display cases. They did it with people in there? And fled with priceless Napoleonic jewels. They did it with, this was broad daylight. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? It was among the highest profile museum thefts in recent memory and comes as the Louvre employees have complained of worker and security understaffing. Oh, really? And the Louvre didn't act on that. Wow, that's pretty good. Way to go with your, you know, keep an eye on your national treasures.
Q swing on a star, Hudson Hawk.
Pretty much. I'm gonna say it was Bruce Willis and his friends, and everything he was doing was just to fool the public. Practice 69 moons. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you. Continued support. Yeah, that is right. I'm sure it will be a movie soon. Yeah. So look, like they literally really? So this is what they did and they went up there? Wow. Bro, they went up into the window? How'd they get that thing? And I got up on a balcony, probably smashed a window. All right, you're overdoing it here, dude. It's not like it's a zombie outbreak. Yeah, well, try to collect physical evidence. Blah, 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 blah. Give me a break, dude.
Chutes and ladders.
Yep. Well, if they had any decent police over there, it would have been chutes. SHOOTS and ladders. Like, here's my thing about stealing museum stuff, because when it comes to thievery and you're stealing like PlayStations and, you know, Pokemon cards and all that other stuff, yeah, you're doing damage. It's not right, blah, blah, blah. When you start stealing history, that's when I get actually really aggravated. You know, like when you hear when people steal a bunch of, like, say, gold coins or something like that have like a numismatic value to them because of, you know, the history behind it. And then they melt them down for the gold. And I'm just like, oh, my God, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, it would be nice if they capture these people, that they had a particular severe punishment for people who actually steal and ruin historic things. Like the, environmentalist who was like, oh, I have to bring attention to environmental causes on Columbus Day by literally throwing red paint on a giant Columbus painting. Giant. And regardless of what you think of Columbus, it is literally a piece of historic art that has been absolutely destroyed with actual red paint. It's not like it was under glass or anything, you know, just because we got the environment, environment, you know what, you want to be at one with the environment. How about we just put you in the ground for a little bit, okay? And you can play with the worms. Like, I'm getting sick of that because, you know, it shows that there's such a lack of care and respect for the history of humanity that I feel like it deserves a special punishment. But that's just my take on it. Those people don't care for history. They care what they care. What? Yeah, they care for what they care about, and that's it. Yeah, that's the problem. It's a very singular and selfish sort of perspective. It's like, forget that I'm ruining, you know, somebody's historic property, you know.
Not sure if they used a bumper chute as a parachute.
I don't think they did. I think they just went back down the ladder or out the front entrance or something. Because apparently security didn't do anything. But that seems to be the going thing over in the UK countries altogether. It's like police don't do crap when stuff happens and they just, you know, sit there idle. Come on, UK, get your crap together. Italy's doing it. Why don't you? Shadow of Colossus was released 20 years ago today. All right, time to feel old. Dude, when this came out, this was such an epic freaking game, dude. Irreplaceable, larceny, punishable, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. You know, I would say irreplaceable. You know what? Hey, if they damage something that's irreplaceable, then I feel like you should be able to damage something of theirs on their body that's irreplaceable. You know, kneecap, Achilles heel, something like that, you know? Why not? The punishment should fit the crime. Remember that? Remember the good old days? 20 years ago, I was in my 30s, bro. Dude, this was such a good game. Remaster's pretty good. But we haven't had a good game like this in a while.
I'd also recommend Eco.
Yeah, but it's not this. I also like Last Guardian. That was really good. Even though that was just like a demo, that should have been a freaking full game. That was an amazing game. That was one of those few games that I played, like on the PlayStation VR, and I was just like, holy crap, dude, they got to make more of this. When's the full game coming out? Oh, sorry, it was just a tech demo. What? Clowns. Bothered the hell out of me. Boop. All right, Disney owns every IP on Earth, yet can't make a single memorable game. How? This person's got a point. I know it's Reddit. People are weird. But yeah, where is the memorable Disney game that you played and you were like, holy crap, this is the best thing ever? Don't say Kingdom Hearts. Okay, that was Square Enix. Because somebody's going to be like, well, Kingdom Hearts, bro. No, Square Enix. Okay. Them as themselves. They've, what, Dreamlight Valley or whatever? I mean, that's not really great. You know, it's like, it is what it is. You know, it's basically, I mean, it was kind of fun, but I don't know how memorable that is. What the hell, like, what games have they even come out? They had Disney Infinity, where they had it was like this version of Skylanders, and they supported it for like a year. They were like, oh, look, here's all this cool stuff you can get. Hey, you like Jack Skellington and Frozen? It could all be in a game. Like, I played the game, and I'm like, what am I even doing in this thing? There's nothing happening. I was like walking around like a sandbox of nothing. Ridiculous. What about Spider Pig? Spider Pig should have their own game. Go.
It happened when they killed Lucas Gaming.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because Lucas... Oh, there is an interesting thing about Lucas here. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. Yeah, so Disney, get good. Yeah, you have the money to, but apparently you just refuse to. This thing. Mind's Eye. How ex-Grand Theft Auto boss's grand vision became a $200 million flop. $200 million. Pokemon made their game for $13 million. Evie, what's up? How's it going? Disney Infinity was such wasted potential. Yeah, right? Literally, Skylanders was better than Disney Infinity. And I was like, what is, how? The Wacky Face game was Mind's Eye. Yeah, I guess so. But apparently it lost a ton of money. So, yeah, that's over. Dude, that's crazy to me that it would lose $200 million. Or if it's just, that's how much it cost to make. There was a lot of advertising for that, too. Still nobody cared. Yeah, and I feel like if you're putting $200 million into a game, you're putting too much. Unless you're like the GTA devs, you know? Money does not make good content. Healthier management and good ideas. Yeah, but nobody seems to have that anymore. They're just like, keep throwing money in it and make the graphics better. What is this? I'm old. This is another you're old thing. Look at that. What you think games look like 28 years ago, what they actually look like. Dude. Right? Dude, when you think of old games, you're like, yeah, this thing. No. This is an old game now. This right here. I don't even know what it is. It's a 4:3 aspect ratio, at least from this pic. What is this? Grand Theft? Not Grand Theft. Gran Turismo or something? Getting old. Tisk. Spock gifted a sub to Sassy Grizz. Hey, what's up? Thank you. I appreciate it. Getting old. Boom. All right, get out of here. Look. Oh, there you go. Bro. Here, let me call it. Dun. Dude, something Sailor Moon happened. And I'm a little bit jealous about this because this guy here, right? Look at this. Look at it. Hold on. All right. Insane find at a thrift store. I don't even know if we saw this, but look, they got a soundtrack. They got this for the TV show. Yes. For the TV show. Probably the only one actually released in the States, which is mind-boggling to me. Like, we did not have a lot of state... You're blocking Sailor Moon?
It's made by the ex-GTA people. Oh, you mean the devs? No, the CEO. Oh, that's why it failed.
There you go. Man. I never see this anywhere. I mean, you can find it online if you need to, but I'm just saying. I think we only had the one thing in the States, right? Everything else had to be an import, which is kind of crazy. I got that thing stuck in my head. Damn it. All right, well, you lucky person. You. Hate you. Does your dog love chasing a ball? Study suggests dog toy addiction is real. All right, here's the thing. Apparently now your dog has psychological problems because it likes to play fetch. But it had a nice picture of a dog. So some dogs are absolutely doing their toys at the point of the owners have dubbed them ball junkies. That is not a good term to use for anybody. I'll just pass that joke along to Steve later. No, don't call anything a ball junkie, okay? Because of their inability to quit their favorite chewies, stuffed toys and balls. Yeah, they're ball junkies. See, ball junkies. Ah, God. Let's see. Toy obsessed person. So basically, they have the articles like they got a psychological thing about their toys. Dude, kids do too. You know, it's just that's what it is. Yeah, I got favorite toys. You know, they're not balls though. I'm not a ball junkie. Meet Jackie, a 1 in 30 million calico lobster caught off a calico lobster. Look at that, calico lobster. Bro, I've never seen a lobster like that. 1 in how many? 30 million. Did they give him a pardon or do they just charge him more at Red Lobster? Technically, it's not red. Send it back. That's a 1 in 30 million lobster. Dude, you don't realize this is so rare. I don't care. I'm here for Red Lobster. What is this? What color is this? Are you colorblind? Right? Dude, calico lobster. I didn't know there was other lobster colors. So I guess 1 in 30 million is pretty, I don't know, whoever caught this played a lot of, holy crap. And they're like, nope, you used up all your luck catching a lobster that you can't do anything with. Boop. Chicago's famous rat hole wasn't actually made by a rat, according to a statistics analyst. It was made by an unlucky squirrel. You ready? Shady got one. Nice. All right. Chicago's got a lot of problems right now, but this thing. Oh, God. Do we have the better picture on the other one? There you go. Look at this. Apparently, some creature, everyone thought it was a rat, got run over in the pavement and left this imprint, right? And apparently people decide to throw coins in it for some reason. I don't know why, but apparently it wasn't a rat. It was a squirrel. And I probably could have told you that, right? But nobody wants to actually listen to me because that looks very squirrel, especially around the legs. That's very they got thick thighs, squirrels. Rats not so much. All right? It is squirrel shaped. It is squirrel shaped. It is cool, but it's also a little morbid. Somebody's going to find us like 10 million years later, and they're going to be like, dude, this squirrel fossil. That's crazy, right? I don't know. Apparently, squirrel's just like, I've had enough, threw himself in front of a steamroller, and that was it. They're like, I will be forever remembered. Oh, it's better than being smushed on the side of the road, I suppose. Plus, you get money in the afterlife. And apparently a guitar pick. Did somebody put a guitar pick in there? Well, they can play Stairway to Heaven and just keep his fingers crossed? What the hell, dude? Ah. All right, Alone in the Dark. We put this on in the background. Yes, the Christian Slater film with the 1% rating. We had to see what it was because Dawn just played the game Alone in the Dark, the remaster or remake, whatever they did. This film is so disjointed, and people are like, well, why? Why would it be so disjointed? What could possibly be the problem with this? There's your problem. U-Bowl. It was a U-Bowl film. That should have been a warning, okay? I don't even know what the hell was happening here. And usually I can keep up with a story if I put something on in the background. This thing was so all over the place. There was like weird little creatures, fight scenes that made little or no sense, dialogue that was there. It was in English. And the what's her face? Was that Tara Reid that was in Sharknado? How they do acting? Or some Squirrel's Wrath. Could have been. Bum, bum, bum. What's up? Star High. What's up? Let's see. Fight scenes you can't really see. Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was just, stunt doubles were obviously stunt doubles. Kind of ridiculous. It was one of those movies that was so disjointed, it distracted me from being on in the background, so I had to look up and say, what the is happening here? Oh, dude, we got a hype train? Do we have a hype train?
It's a freaking hype train. Let's go. It's a freaking hype train. Let's go.
Thank you. We got a hype train. Hype train. Yay. Thank you. What? That deserves coffee. You gotta just sit back and watch the hype train and get something to drink.
Hype train bits.
Hype train bits. Thank you. I appreciate. Glad you changed it to the shorter one. No, I like the other one, but I mean, it's a little long. People got to hear it. Oh, we got to change it again? I like to change it. We don't get hype trains very often. I don't even know where it is. Huh. All right, that one was kind of short. What do we got next? Don't do the long one. The long one's like freaking forever. What the hell was the one that I just did? Oh, that was 5. Go.
Wow, a second train this early. Wow.
Second train. Let's go. God, these are long. You gotta trim these down a little bit. No, that one's 47 seconds. 19 seconds? I don't even know what that is. All right, well, that's next hype train. That'll be a thing. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to unlock emotes. Oh, we're supposed to have coffee. Come on. Damn. Spooky. Doot. Level 2 hype train. Hype train. Hype train. Boom.
Tried out my Sloppy Joe hash brown casserole last night. Reviews are in. It's good.
Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Joe. Remember when Adam Sandler did music?
It's a freaking hype train.
It's a freaking hype train. Let's go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Level 2. Bump, 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 bump. What? Sloppy Joe hash browns. Dude, that's just meat potatoes. That's just meat potatoes. I feel like that would work. I feel like that would work. God. Dude, we haven't even gotten to stupid food yet. Now I'm getting hungry. People are like, dude, Sloppy Joe hash brown. Go.
More hype train.
More hype train. More hype train. More hype train. Boop, 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 boop. We could do the bikini one, but I feel like we should just save that for Steve's stream. All right. See myself out. Ah. Good. I see what you did there. Dude. Boom. All right. While the hype train continues, we'll casually hang out on the hype train. 21 moons. Call randomness.
Gym coffee time.
Nice. Coffee time. Let's go. I've been drinking a lot of coffee. Should probably have water. Let's go back. I don't have water cards. You just have to deal. Why would I? Stay hydrated, bro.
Hyper warped space drive.
Yeah, when are we going to get hard drives that do that? I want a hyperspeed warped speed drive so I can, I don't know, clone stuff in a second. Cloning a hard drive takes forever. I hate it. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Let's casually talk about Alone in the Dark being terrible while we're on a train. Going to where? I don't know. Could be a long trip. Could be a short one. We'll just sit and enjoy the ride. Boop. All right. In 4 days, Adventure Time, Fiona and Cake, Season 2. It's almost Adventure Time. I didn't even get to see the first season, which kind of sucks. No, we had, what was this, on HBO? Yeah, we had HBO because we had like a free trial and then it went away and I'm just like, oh, all right, whatever. No, what am I going to do? As I want to say, that's a guy who wants to punch every critic for talk trash of his movies. He's taking it way too seriously. Yeah, he wanted to box people, right? Yeah, the U-Bowl guy. He's like, hey, you got a problem with movie? Let's fight it out in the ring. I'm like, no, it doesn't change the fact. You've already committed your failure to celluloid. It's over. You punching me in the face doesn't make your film any better, and it's not going to change my opinion. It's just going to make me in pain and make you look like a bully. I don't know if you know how the real world works, but you got it wrong. Brian, later. Off to donate plasma. All the plasma. All the plasma. Donating blood. Steve thanks you. Be well, be safe. Get a cookie afterwards. I want ice cream. No, this might be the last warm day for ice cream. Maybe we should go get ice cream. I feel like that's the thing, right? 2 minutes on a hype train. Boop. Boom. Darkstalkers. Darkstalkers, the animated series. It's getting a Blu-ray. I think it's a Blu-ray, right? Dude, 9 days. Dude, October. Dude, Darkstalkers? Dude, when was the last time you saw Darkstalkers? 1995. I mean, they don't do snacks. What? Thank you. The complete series. Apparently there was a series. I never saw this series. Who's this derpy little dude in there surrounded by all the cool people? I don't know. Again, I said this before. I say it again. I like Darkstalkers better than Street Fighters because it was basically Street Fighter for goth. You know? They don't do snacks but get money. What? Punching people makes them appreciate your art. Yeah, definitely. Especially when my eyes are fused shut from swelling. Dream Out. This comes out tomorrow. It's a video game. Got a minute and 40 seconds. The only reason this caught my attention, it looks pretty, kind of standard. You're walking around this weird town. But here's your synopsis. Explore a surreal world with a drunken alpaca. Solve puzzles, fish out the most unusual items from rivers, fight watermelon thugs, and uncover all the secrets of this world. You're basically a drunken alpaca. See, these are the games I need in my life. All right? I need drunken alpaca. Look at that. Look, so you're running around. I mean, I don't know how the game's going to be, but, you know, you're a drunken alpaca. That's something. Yeah, look, you drink more, and then you just throw up all over the place, then you go fishing. You probably eat the fish, throw up some more. But it looks like dungeon crawlery kind of thing. Could be fun, could be terrible. I don't know. But drunken alpaca? Look, you're summoning stuff. Look at that. Seems fun. I don't know. Put it on your radar if you have one. 39 seconds for the hype train. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Let me get coffee, because we got Bloodlines 2 in 2 days. Boop, boop. Let me just drink my coffee. I got to do it. I got to do it. Last stop coming up. I should have a weird sinister glee expression. Who's the spooky thing behind it? Ah, that one's spooky. All right, level 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, we got to level 3.
It's a freaking hype train! Let's go.
What's going on with the weird thing there? That is very bouncy. I gotta fix that. Thank you. Thank you. Hype train. Let's go. Boom. E. Vampire the Masquerade. Bloodlines 2. Hopefully it'll be good. You know, yeah, I mean, maybe you get Steve to play this. You know, it kind of feels like, and then he can criticize every aspect of vampiric lore. Oh, he's the expert, right? Yeah. I've been a vampire for 500 years, dude. I know what you mean. Yeah, whatever. Let's freaking go. Card battle. Icarus. You got to roll. Equal to or greater than. Boom. Oh, God. Oh! Oh, that's painful. Oh, God. No. That's a 1. That shouldn't even be allowed. And here Gore used to be a 20 and we knocked him down to 18. Ugh. I know 1 doesn't help anybody. Even the toast is kid. Oh, God. Gora beat me. Yeah. It happens. Hey, look at this guy. Finally, something weird. And it's not a Funko. A toy that's coming out. Oh, God, it's $119. Why is it $119? Dude, look at him. Look at that. We need more weird, creepy toys like this. What the hell? Why we got no more of these? Dude. Look at him. What the hell's wrong with this guy? Oh, look at him. Oh, dude, they got other ones too. Look at that. These look good. Bro. Oh, ad break. I'm looking at toys. Come on. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Slash. Soft vinyl. So I guess it's cuddly, right? Is that Slash or Slash? It says Slash. So, yeah, they slash it up. What the hell was the lore here? Because I probably forgot. Like, literally. What, did somebody evil make their own little mutant turtles? And, like, I literally forget. I haven't seen this show in forever. Honestly, we should make a reboot of the Super Nintendo Ninja Turtle video game. Crisis in Time. If not, at least pour it over a new system and just upgrade graphics a little bit. Yeah, there's always a remake in the works for franchises like that. Yeah. All right. You know, we should probably just take a break. Now, we got the ads. Let's just get it over with. Now, we're out of snoozes, too. We lost all our snoozes. Ow. All right, ads are happening. All right. We'll be back. And I'll check the bingo card to see if we can do more stuff. All right. Right back.
Trick or treat!
Pauline, wake up. We're getting killed by dogs. Pauline. Pauline, dogs. Dogs. Yeah, pay attention. Oh god, I only got 2 people left. Alright, I think we need to go back to the base here. Because I got no healers. This is going to be a problem. Unless you want a puppy army.
Rise and obey.
Puppies.
You shall serve me well.
Oh, the puppies. All right. I feel like we're like the dog walkers of the underworld. Here, Fido, come on. Who wants to go out? Walkies. Let's go. Saints Row 1 is unforgiving. I actually never got through that, just merely because it was super difficult. And it was dark. It was super serious, you know? I like when 2 started getting a little goofy, and then 3 was off the hook, you know? And then 4 jumped a shark and then ate it, you know? I know that Saints Row 3 has crossplay now. No idea on Saints Row 4. I generally don't do multiplayer kind of thing. Crossplay, like cross progression, or just crossplay? So like, Saint Save Christmas is perfect game to play. It's short and fun. Exactly. I even liked Get Out of Hell, even though that was goofy and there was a lot of cringe moments in there. It was still fun. It was still very fun because it was just silly. I love silly games. I like games that are just so bombastic and it's like they're trying to be serious, but they know it's goofy. You know, it's all right. That's fine. All right. I only got a couple of seconds left. Zombie Snow White, hi. Hope you're doing well on this Sunday. Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. I don't like Mondays. You're still on? What? When I get home, I'll be on again. Feel like 2:30ish. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what kind of where the news takes us. Could be good. Could be bad. I don't know. Nobody knows. Boop. Be well. Do some fun. 15 stream streak. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Boop. Oh, come on, ads. Just end. Jeez. This takes forever. What are you showing people that's so important right now? You know? That was Krang. Krang. That was right, Krang. It was like the little head in a jar in somebody's stomach. Boop. Boom. All right. Fanatical. They usually have discount stuff. Soul Reaver. Bro, $11.99. Steam code. This place is legit. We've gotten stuff from them. Bro, $11.99. You're getting a remaster 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Soul Reaver. Probably one of the cooler, not zombies. Freaking, what do you call vampire games ever. Ever. McDonald's brought back Monopoly after McDonald's Monopoly scandal years ago. The dude who was in charge of delivering a limited number of high-value prices stole the stickers and sold them to his friends. Yeah, that's typical. Now, you went to McDonald's to get coffee, and there was a thing on the thing, so we have one of those little labels. I don't know what it's like. It said food, and then I got to go online in the app and see, like, put in a code to see if I've actually won food. And I'm like, I just go here for coffee now. I don't buy your food. So, I don't know, maybe Donkey is it. Vampire Demon. I'm going to call it a Veman. Yeah. Or Dempire. Why not? Sure. Eat cool. I don't know. It's fun. It's going to look a little dicey because it is older, but it's definitely a game worth playing. Especially if, you know, as retro gaming goes. Boop. $11.99. Awesome. Boop. Free newspaper dispenser displays. They don't have these anymore, do they? Here's the thing. The last time I looked at one of these, right? New York City. Village Voice, right? I go in there, right? And I'm like, oh, good. The new Village Voice is out there. They used to have a, what do you call it? Life is Hell comic strip by Matt Groening, who did The Simpsons. I opened that thing up. You know what was inside? Bunch of bees. Yeah, I kind of closed that real quiet, like, you know, and I just walked away. Like, there were bees. They use these things as little things. I was like, you know, in New York, bees? That's crazy. Every once in a while, you'll find, like, somebody would, like, leave their old slice of pizza in there or something, because, you know, New Yorkers are gross. What, Don wasn't there? No, this is in before times. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Her freebies. Yeah, I know there was a lot in there. I don't know what they were doing. Like making a hive out of. And the thing is, you know, it was like the paper they had in there was new. So somebody went in there, stacked it, and didn't say nothing about the bees. They're just like, yeah, you know, I guess I just deliver the papers here. Yeah, this is the bee one. Be careful when you put the papers in there. You know, they didn't even care. They didn't lock it up. They didn't say warning bees. It was just like, yeah, here, if you want the Village Voice, you know, it's free. You know, take a risk. Ah, God. New York. The good old days when disconnecting was as easy as standing up. This person makes a good point. Look at this. Look at this. Arthur Travis there. All right. It was kind of nice where the internet was a single, solitary, unmoving place instead of a terror that extends to everywhere. You went to the specific spot to go to the internet. When you left the spot, you left the internet. It was a place. Right? There was a time when we respected the computer. Yeah, dude, that was the whole thing. It's like you sat here, you were on the internet. When you left, you were not on internet. Dude, that was the thing. And bro makes an excellent point because no matter where you are now, because you have the phone, you know, there's just always something going off saying, hey, internet things are happening. You know, dude, when you had a setup like this, you went home after work, not being distracted, getting to think, talk, interact with everybody and all that other stuff. You would then sit down, play a game, do whatever you're doing, blah, 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 browse the internet, you know, take 15 minutes to load up a JPEG, you know, and then you get the hell off. And then you went to bed. You weren't sitting in bed with a phone over your head just looking and doom scrolling until 3 a.m. before you're like, oh, yeah, I should probably get to sleep. You know? I guarantee you there's people here, no joke, that have probably doom scrolled to the point where they're so tired, they're still scrolling, and then the phone falls out of their hand, lands on their face, and they're just like, oh, God, I'm really tired. Like they will literally fall asleep mid-scroll. I have a cutoff point, you know. I like to keep up with stuff, but you can definitely just fall. You don't know me. I'll say, that's never happened to me. ... Yeah, but I kind of wish, like, part of me is, I definitely try to do this. Like, believe it or not this setup, okay? I like to update my technology. But I like to have an area where I kind of look at internet things. But the phone does make it kind of difficult. So usually when I'm working, there's all sorts of like tabs open, clearly. You know, and I go through news and stuff while I'm working and I go back and forth. And then it's like at a certain point, I just want to get the hell away from it. And, you know, if I'm going to sit in front of the screen, I'll just put on like, I don't know, a Twitch stream and zone out and just do whatever. But inevitably you start looking at your phone and it's like, God, the internet just it's all infecting. Yeah. I live like that now. The phone is used for internet. I have no other option. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. But, you know, I think that's why people actually, if they got pissed off at the internet, at least they had a break from it. You know? Because now, like back in the day when you would comment on somebody's post or something, and they would try to troll you and make you aggravate or stuff, you didn't see it till like 10 hours later. Because you had to go through a work shift, travel back and forth, blah, blah, blah. Now it's like you could be in the middle of work and be having an argument with somebody while also trying to deal with irate customers. Yeah, it's too much stress for anybody. You know? Take a break every once in a while. It's very invasive. This thing, anybody remember Monster Madness? We do, because we had this and we sold it relatively recently because we got to start selling stuff because bills. I don't remember this being great, but dude, the artwork is very like, you know, 2004. Like, look at these people. They kind of look like edgier Bratz dolls or something. Zombies are cool though. Like, that's kind of cool. It definitely looks very time capsule-y as art goes. Was it good? Eh. That artwork's so 2000. Yeah. Like you'd see this on like Newgrounds or something. Yeah. Every once in a while, like on Newgrounds, I'll see like a new artist do this type of style, and I'm just like, wow, they're going into the archives for inspiration. It's absolutely crazy. Zombies Ate Me, Zombies Ate My Neighbors on the Xbox 360. Was that a remake or an older one? Boop. Pokemon. Restoring Pokemon VHR. Nintendo, somebody is restoring the artwork you're neglecting because you all suck. All right, look at this. This person's going through the problem. Look, he's going through all the trouble of restoring all these old Pokemon VHS things. So they look good and they're nice and they're archived. Nintendo, you should be very lucky you have fans that do this crap, okay? You really should, and you should cherish these obsessive people instead of just squeezing them for more money, either through mediocre games or litigation, all right? Look at this. They went through all this trouble restoring this so people actually had it. So if you needed to print out a new case and, you know, do something, it's available until it's not. Team Rocket taking off. Oh, God. That reminds me of what I've not read that. This type of characters are shared. Oh, okay. Look at that. That's a lot of work. I mean, if you know what you're doing, it's not terribly a lot of work, but still, it's somebody's going through the trouble, and I appreciate it. Nintendo, appreciate it, and stop suing everybody that's doing something that you should be doing. Again, that's my thing with Nintendo. I feel like they sue everybody who's doing their job. Boop. All right. Bad news. Sam Rivers, the bassist of Limp Bizkit, passed away at 48? What do you mean? What do you mean he passed away at 48? What the hell was he doing? Was he skydiving? Was he doing the nookie? Was that happen? What happened? Dude, 48? Dude, he was a good bassist. You know? And I'm not a big fan of them, but like this guy's like, you know? I'm not a big fan of the band. I don't go out of my way to listen to them, but you know, competent bassists. Rumors is he got killed by a black bear. What? Kind of looks like Bob Mould. Yeah, right? Kind of does. But I think any bald person with a gray beard kind of looks like Bob Mould. You got to put glasses on him. Oh, speaking of Bob Mould, yo, Sugar's getting back together. Believe it or not, they just released a new song. I think it's, House of Dead Dreams or something? Believe it or not. So I think they're going to try to tour February or whatever. My ears can't handle that right now. But I literally purchased the track because I was just like, yeah, they take my money. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. It's all right. It's pretty good. The last Bob Mould album was just the production on that was dreadful. Yeah. So they passed away. Yeah. Sad. Good vibes to family and such. You know, they reached millions of people, and that's more than most people could say. Boop. Michael Keaton era Batmobile. Look at the Marconi Automotive Museum in 2021. Dude, the freaking Batmobile. I kind of want to see what other cards are there. Dude, look at that. They got the General Lee thing. They got a DeLorean back there. I don't know what that red car is. Hey, Malika 1. Nice. Boop, 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 boop. I feel like this is one of the coolest Batmobiles. I know the other ones might look beefier or more armory or whatever, but this has just got such crazy style to it. We need more Batmobiles. What is that? Is that a Smokey and the Bandit car back there? I'm not a car guy, but I would love to go to a museum like this where it's got all those cool cars from movies. I really would. That'd be nice. Know that it exists. Marconi Automotive Museum. Where is that? Probably not within walking distance. Kit from Knight Rider. Oh, it's Knight Rider. There you go. Nice. Boop. I got a really small screen. Oh, God. All right, this is one of those things where you guys got to really appreciate the internet because microfiche. Okay, yeah, I don't think you realize what this is here. Microfiche. There was one time I had to report for school, way back in the day, And there was a library that I had to find the information on this. I thought, even back then, I was looking back into this weird time capsule of what the hell is this? I had no idea what was going on. All right, basically, you got this large projector screen you had to stare at. And they had these little tiny, what was it, film? Like, it was like a little film of everything that they had to project onto this thing so you could read all these archived stories. And I think I had to get like an article from like, I don't know, an old either New York Times or something about some kind of science crap. I don't even remember. And they're like, well, we don't have that. So, you could check the microfiche. And I'm like, the what? And they're like, yeah, okay, here you go. And they got to show me how to work this stuff. And I'm like, holy crap. I'm flipping through this thing and I'm just like, oh my God, what the hell? Yeah. So right now you could literally just type anything you want into the internet. This, you had to go through a slideshow of any literature or research you wanted to see and hope you came across the information you wanted. It was insane. So I don't know. As much as I like being like, remember back in the day, this I do not miss. Never used that before? Yeah, you're lucky. I forget what it was. Was it an old newspaper or something? I think we were actually doing research. It was like, do the research of a life of a politician. And this one back here picked up some weird, obscure guy because his name was goofy or something. And people are like, who? I was like, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. So, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends game. They had a game. I know they had one for the Game Boy, but this wasn't on the Game Boy. What was this for? Was this a Flash game? Does anybody know what game this was? Was this a PlayStation game? They should make a game for this now. Dude, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was really good. Before, people got a hold of fan art and stuff. Go.
This is how I know I'm a generation gap child. I still used one of those in like middle school.
Really?
Then I was on IMAX in high school.
Nice.
I remember when these replaced card catalog.
Card catalogs. Yeah, there was a picture of one too, and I was just like, oh my God, I remember that. Yeah, I'm looking for a book. Check the card catalog. And I was like, it was like going into the warehouse at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I'm just like, bling, bling, bling. And I'm going through all these cards, getting paper cuts and stuff. Oh, God. You're back, and you have chips. All right, that's good, because that's going to remind me to get cheese balls later. Cheese balls and ice cream. What ice cream goes good with cheese balls? I want to be gross and disgusting today. Dewey Decimal System. Huey, Dewey, and Louie Decimal System. Yeah, I don't know if this was on PC or whatnot, but now I feel like going back to that. What is that? I think Flashpoint Archive has a recreation of this. So this is a Flash game? I don't know. Nice. I played this often, never fully committed, but still was great to explore. One of my favorite shows. We should do something like that. Yeah, because that's one of those things we haven't done with the series is like, okay, for Jermaine's apartment in New York, you want to have like where it's located, everything around it, all the little stores and stuff. And it's just, it's like all this time that we would want to invest in that. We just haven't had the opportunity because we're still working every single day doing other stuff, trying to keep up with everything else that we're doing. God, it's annoying. Write it down. Okay. E-Bombs World, when the internet was pure chaos. Look, they got an old screenshot of E-Bombs World, the place that basically lifted all the work from Newgrounds, allegedly, and, put their stuff over there. Look, animations. This is where most of my cartoons ended up, and, we never got paid for it, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, it's still a little bit better. Look, they had a section for Satan, a humor bomb. eBay is great, allegedly. Hey, everyone. You guys have to check out this place. What? I'm up $200 so far. Well, whatever. Care. So yeah, that was a thing. This can't still be around, right? Straight up Flash game, maybe. I feel like you could probably recreate that Foster's game in RPG Maker, but you'd have to redo graphics. E-Bombs can't be around. Our what? What? Contact staff. Maybe I should have contacted the staff. Hate mail. And that too. Our fans. Games, audio. Yeah. E-Bombs World. Think Temu Newgrounds. Right. Even back then, people were lifting content off of Newgrounds and then just reposting it here. You know? And then they did that. This was like pre-YouTube. So, and then everybody did that for Newgrounds. They took all the work off of Newgrounds and posted it on YouTube. So, yeah. Of course I'm bitter. Yeah. People keep taking my work, man. I'd like to make a living. Thanks. No! I just closed a bunch of things. Fat-fingered. Fat-fingered. All right. This guy died. Ace Frehley of Kiss has passed away at 74. Well, if he wasn't playing with fire. Bro, he did. One of the members of Kiss. I figured it would have been the cat guy. What, Peter Criss? I figured they'd be the first one. But I feel like they're going to have a Ringo Starr syndrome where all the rest of the band is going to pass away. And then, you know, much like Ringo, they're going to be like, oh, I'm still around. I'm the last surviving Beatle. You know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, between the bassist, God, this year's been terrible for music. Ace Frehley passed away, bassist for Limp Bizkit, and Ozzy, and like, come on, dude. And yet, Keith Richards. One day we're not going to be able to say that, so I guess appreciate them while they're around. Yeah. What are you going to do? Boop. All right. Apparently in 1989, Mars, the candy company, at least here in the States, I don't know where it is everywhere else, they had candy buckets where literally you would just hang them up, right? And put the treats inside so you didn't even have to answer the door because you were so lazy. How cool is that? Of course, all the stickers are peeled off their faces and stuff, but still, that's cool. Where are these things? I've never seen these before in my life. This is the first time I've seen them, and I wish more candy companies would do that. You know? Those are kind of cool collectibles. This guy kind of sucks. I like the pumpkin and the ghost. This is not so good. Yeah? It's like, unless it glowed in the dark. Got on the stairs, was on life support, and had bleeding in the brain. Oh, God. Yeah, watch the stairs. Holy crap. That's always a weird thing. No, you got to, if you hit your head, always get it checked out, you know? Because you never know what, that's what got Billy Mays. Billy Mays here, you know, he literally hit his head, I think, in like an airplane or something. Home Depot has candy buckets for sale. Was thinking of getting my niece one for Halloween. Then getting 25-gallon buckets to put in the back of the car and go, what? Going back around and doubling up on all the candy. What? Until both 5-gallon buckets, 2-gallon bucket with Home Depot were full. Wow. I know, buckets are cool. I got no other news here for buckets. But those existed. Not anymore. All right, this thing. God, I keep seeing this. Every once in a while, this pops up, and I always have to go, this is probably one of the best arcade games to ever be made, ever. I don't want to hear nothing by nobody. Dude, the X-Men thing. Look at all these people you could have playing. Holy crap, dude. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. 6 people. You could have 6 people playing this one game. That is absolutely insane. What the hell? We don't have fun games like this. Of course, we don't have places that would actually warrant people going and playing, 6 of them the same game. Simpler times. All right. Well, it's kind of not the same playing out on an emulator, allegedly. It's you don't get that grubby, greasy button feel. Boop. This came up on Nostalgia Reddit or whatever Reddit. The Jerky Boys. Dude, before caller ID and all this other crap, these guys made a living doing prank phone calls. So much so they actually had a movie. It's astounding to me. Like when I saw this, I was like, what? Really? Really? All right. Know that was a thing. Just know you could, this is why people, living in that era have this I could do anything mentality, because back then you could literally make millions of dollars doing prank phone calls. Now it's just like, you do prank TikToks. So it's kind of the same, only not as interesting. Don't ask me why. Was it before caller ID? Way before caller ID. And then caller ID happened, and then it's just people, they it was like, yeah, Frank Rizzo's calling me. Okay, don't answer that. Boop. Finally, somebody's doing. Here's the thing: we've been going through all these subreddits, right? And not a lot of them are doing a lot of Halloween stuff, but my The Thing inspired Halloween pumpkins. Yo, somebody made a pumpkin. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess it doesn't even matter. Look, The Thing. Look at that. They did the lettering and everything, dude. And that's good because it like glows weird and stuff, right?
That thing. Beautiful.
Exactly. Boom. Look at that. It's all glowy and cool. I guarantee you there's going to be kids who are like, what is that? What thing is that? Ah, it's just a thing. I'm just saying. The other thing that was weird is like, I didn't see a lot of, on Halloween Reddit, a lot of like over-the-top spooky stuff. A lot of, God, I'm trying to pick out the stuff that's actually interesting to show you guys. And it's just, I keep seeing like, you know, Disney adjacent things. There was the weird Lababoo setup. What the hell is this? Oh, somebody did make weird cookies. Look at these. Ah! Look at them. He's cool. Dude, this is what we should do with cookies. Look at that. See, so you too can make weird... The pumpkins, you couldn't put... You went through all this trouble putting faces on everything. Look, you got... you didn't do that. You could put little dots for the eyes on that. You go, witch hats, fine. They don't need faces. But the cats need glowing eyes. You literally had orange icing. You could have just been bloop, bloop. All right, but at least gingerbread people are pretty cool. Or should I say ginger dead people? Oh! Pumpkins don't have faces. Wow. Wow. Boop. All right. This person, slowly coming together. This is slowly coming together. All right. And here's the other weird thing. For the few decoration things that we've actually seen, a lot of skeletons. Was there a sale on skeletons? Everything just seems to be skeletons. There's not a lot of other variations and stuff. This looks kind of cool. You know, they dressed each up skeleton stuff. This one glows. It's all the stuff. Skeletons. Was there a sale on skeletons somewhere? Because that's all people have. Like I was looking around and stuff, looking at pictures, it's just skeletons everywhere. Skeletons. Skulls. Okay, you got a little gargoyle there. Look, skeleton dogs, skeleton people. All right, that's at least a witch. Look, this guy glows. That's all right. Skeleton, 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 skeleton dog, skeleton, 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 spider. Spider webs. A lot of skeletons. Where's my Freddy Kruegers? Where's my Jason Voorhees? It's weird. Anytime I see, you know, I guess, quote unquote, branded Halloween stuff, it usually ends up being some kind of Disney Mickey crap. Nobody brings out the Freddy Kruegers and stuff. I found this to be clever. Yes, this is a Nintendo Wii. It's a Nintendo Weezer. And I'm $3.99. They literally got this for $3.99? That can't be right. This is a thrift store find? Holy crap. All right, I give him credit because that's kind of clever. That's clever. What? That's funny. It's funny. PG bad pun. Hey, I didn't make it. They did. Look, Weezer. But for $3.99, I'll take it. Even if it doesn't work, you just put it on the shelf and you say, ha, look. All right. Somebody was creative. I said close. Boop. All right. I had no idea that Don Knotts had a build and repair with concrete book. If I can do it, you could. This is freaking Mr. Furley. I am taking instructions from Mr. Furley. Don Knotts, the Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Hold that thought. Boom. Taking advice on how to repair stuff by Don Knotts. Probably one of the clumsiest people in cinematic history. At least the characters he played. Ah, God. It's funny. Trillin, you got a roll equal to or greater than 8. Think you can do 8? 19. Nice. Beautiful. Card battle. All right, pick a number, any number. Any number you want off the bingo card. If you can't come up with something, we could always say random. Random. 25. Let's call it 25. New song played during intro. I did not do that. No, I didn't. Hey. All right, let me check my card. Ooh, almost filling it up. Nice. Boom. All right. Part of me wants to buy this and then figure out what's broken and see if Don Knotts can repair it. Nice. CD one. Yeah. See, this is the weird thing about internet. Like, if this guy was still alive, he would probably have made a video for every single one of these. You know? Like, Harold, you got some bricks and, you know, you get some whatever. I don't know how he sounds. Yeah. Get some concrete and put the bricks together. I'd expect this from, like, what was that thing with Tim Allen, Home Improvement? But Don Knotts? I don't think there was ever a part he played where he was repairing anything. What, Shaky Gun in the West? The Love Guru? What? How to Frame a Fig? Weird. All right. Know that exists. Internet's weird. All right. Catch and release. Somebody found us at a thrift store and left it there. Are you leaving the Wall Street Bets GameStop shirt? Dude, that was an epic time in the history of everything. It was literally keeping GameStop afloat, just the sheer meme of it all. And you left it there. This is hilarious to me. Come on, man. Where are your diamond hands? Come on. Really? They left it? I swear, it's like the whole thing about them buying a bunch of GameStop stock and just having all the prices go up increased the value of this place probably just long enough to keep it going for another 5 years. So, I don't know. Just GameStop's going to close eventually. Oh, God. All right. Boop. Atom one. Nice. Boom. All right. Dude. Somebody, boom, got a signed, look, Charles Martinet. Yeah, the guy who did the voice for Mario, I think. Look at that. Woo, it's a Mario. They got him to sign it, but also took a Game Boy photo with them. Dude, that is crazy. Look, they got the camera, and of course they blurted their own face out. But look at that. They literally, look, that's him over there. Dude, that's crazy. That's all the nostalgia wrapped in one. Look at that. They got the signature. They got the Mario guy on a freaking Game Boy camera. That is crazy. That's somebody who planned ahead. That's somebody like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get him to sign this, and I'm going to take a picture with them. Now they got to go home and print it out on those tiny, tiny little pieces of paper. I got a question. What happened to all the photos that you would take with the camera? Like, would they just stay in a memory bank in that? Or I've never had one. Glorious 160 by 144. Yeah, that was HD back then. All right, that could be somebody look it up kind of thing. What happened to that? Yeah, somebody look something up. Which I could call. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Boop. All right. Ba-da-bum-bum. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Boop. All right. Yeah, the Game Boy camera had its own storage. I wonder how many pictures it could fit on that. Like what, 12? It's pretty cool. I don't know. Nice. That's one of those things where I'm very rarely am I impressed by like somebody saying, "Oh, I got a signature or fill in a blank," but this person went above and beyond. I appreciate the planning in that. Nintendo, the person who voiced your character for 4 decades, they drew a mustache. I think they're infringing on your copyright.
I remember other hardware with similar resolution.
I do not. That's crazy. Look at that. Nintendo. Apparently it holds 30 pictures. Wow. Well, that's some tough choices. All right, which ones do I delete? Oh, geez. Yeah, consumer grade. Anyway, good planning. Boom. This thing. Hey, we're talking about Star Wars. Look, George Lucas says, I've moved past Star Wars after Disney took it over and gave it their vision. This is interesting. Keep this in mind, right? You know how everybody hates Star Wars now? Okay. Basically, blah, blah, blah. What? He sold it for $4 billion? Oh, my God. $4 billion. They could literally... Hundreds of people could just live off the interest of that for eternity. Anyway, the interesting quote you could pull out of this. Disney took over and they gave it their vision. That's what happens. Of course I've moved past it. I mean, I've got a life. I'm building a museum. A museum is harder than making movies. This guy's just like, yeah, I'm over Star Wars. I got a life. Which I found interesting for the creator of something this vast in scope, to just have that perspective. That's a good sense of detachment, Like if you create something that impactful for, generations and you're just like, yeah, no, I'm good. That's crazy. I don't know. But apparently they have a life and they're building a museum. I'm building a museum. Okay. All right, this thing. We got good news. Evil Dead Burn wraps production. All right. Yeah. Okay, so they're making another Evil Dead. No, it doesn't have Bruce Campbell in it. But the cool thing is, look, they're trying to make the franchise spooky and weird and crazy and off the walls, and I can appreciate that, even though it doesn't have Bruce Campbell in it. And we did manage to get a lot of good films, plus a cool series with Bruce Campbell in it, revolving around Evil Dead. So, it's like at a certain point, just be like, all right, franchise going a different direction, stuff like that. But at least they're handling it somewhat okay. All right. The other thing is Bruce Campbell said they're open to the option of doing like voice work for, Ash in an animated thing. So that's kind of cool. Hopefully it'll happen, but at least they wrap this up. Right. Bump. I don't know. Get your tickets now. I don't. What the hell's this? Why is this open? Oh, all right. Yeah, GOG. They actually have old games, right? But there was an Atari sale. I don't know what Atari has, so I was looking at this pre-stream. $1.99 for Blood Fresh Supply. I don't know what this is. I've never heard of this game in my entire life. Oh, it looks like a Doom thing. Nice. Blade Runner, the point and click. Ooh, it's got a whole 2 stars. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's old System Shock, all that other Roller Coaster Tycoon. We still have a physical copy of this. That was actually fun. That was good. Turok, all this crazy stuff. All right, but for those who don't know, and I always got to reiterate, GOG actually makes sure that these games work on modern hardware. So even if you have a potato of a computer, it could probably still run this. And, cheap games, old-timey, and when you buy the game, it's yours. You don't got to worry about DRM. Nice. Boop. Speaking of DRM, Steam. Warner Brothers. Okay, here's about Warner Brothers. I don't generally care about Warner Brothers, but they do have all the Harry Potter games on sale, including the Lego one. But more importantly, all the Batman stuff is on sale. All right? So if you've never played the Arkham series, dude, for $9, every time this comes up on sale, I mention it's super recommended by anybody who likes Batman ever. There's Watchmen bundle. I haven't played the games. I do have them during the last sale when they were $2. But I actually never played them. I never played them. Oh, man, don't ask me my age right now, 2025. All right, whatever. But, all right. So all the other ones. Oh, they got Shadows of War. Bro. I didn't even know. Yeah, that's right. It's Warner Brothers. And a bunch of Lego games. Fear. Yeah, I just got to run through this real quick. Got more Legos. Dude, Mad Max for $3? Gauntlet. Yo, Gauntlet. It was fine. It was fine. Yeah. Gauntlet, $3. Mad Max and Watchmen. That's an odd pairing, but okay. Scribblenauts. What is this? Scooby-Doo? Hey, there's a Scooby-Doo game. $2. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Is it fun? Oh, just a Scooby-Doo and sort of stuff. Okay. Scooby-Doo and Looney Tunes? Why are you slapping them all together? What are you even doing here? It's not really Scooby-Doo. People running around on a mediocre platformer. Ah, jeez. $1.99. God. A lot of money. All right. Rick and Morty. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we got a bunch of this comic books. This comic bundle. Okay. So, again, Humble Bundle. They got a book bundle. Apparently, there's literally 158 items in this freaking thing. For how much? $45. I'm not paying $40 for Rick and Morty. Bring back, what's his face? But apparently all the comic books. That's a lot. That's a lot of comic books. How did they have so many comic books? That's a lot of comic books for any series to have. Scooby-Doo is in Fortnite right now. So is Wednesday. Yeah, it seems weird, right? I'll see Wednesday running around with a shotgun. Or maybe. I don't know. Seems more of a knife person. God, wow, this just keeps going. Oh my God. I don't know if I could read that much Rick and Morty. Holy crap. What's this charity going to? What is this? Book Industry Charitable Foundation. That sounds so vague. But remember, you can always adjust your donation. You click on it, do custom. If you actually care about the charity, make sure you actually give the money to charity and not everyone else. Again, remember, their default is like giving them $1. It's ridiculous. But there you go. If you like your Rick and Morty there, then that should satiate your need for the rest of your life. That's a lot. This thing. All right. This is a fake email. Look carefully. Hey, as somebody with dyslexia and somebody who probably is watching this who may have dyslexia, keep in mind, password reset request phishing scam. Look at that. You see that? If you look at this quickly, it looks like Microsoft, right? No, they got clever and put the R and the N next to each other. Look at that. So it's Microsoft. See? That's crazy. And I'm glad somebody posted it because it's like, if you are dyslexic or whatever and you're not looking at it right, that just looks like Microsoft to me. So make a mental note. Make a mental note. Yep. Just in case you get one of those, your password is reset request. You know, it probably has that thing where it's like, oh, you know, if you didn't do this, click here and just put in all your information. Yeah, don't do that. Okay? So keep an eye on that. Just, it's close. It's close. It looks like it. Because a lot of people do that. You know, even if they're a little slightly savvy, they'll look at the return address. And if they're not looking at it properly, or if they have a really small screen, you know, it might just look like Microsoft, you know. Except if they forgot to use the Microsoft thing, yeah. But a lot of people won't even register that, you know. Boop, 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 boop. Never click on a link in an email. Exactly. Boop. All right. Japan did it again. They made a Tory gate that literally rocks. Look at that. Dude, where are the progressive metal bands that would actually use this in their stadium shows? Holy crap. They took all these old discarded speakers and made a whole Tory gate out of this. Bro. That is absolutely insane. And it looks freaking cool. This is something that you'd see in that, what was that game? Brutal Legend with Jack Black. Like, this totally should have been there. I don't know if these speakers work. I think they said discarded. Audio architecture, Tory Gate made of salvaged speakers. What, he said salvaged. Imagine the concerts you could have. Yeah, like this should be in the background of a baby metal concert. You know, like what the hell? I don't know. Make it look cute and all kawaii or whatever you got to do to it. That's a lot of speakers. Holy crap. Oh, that one's got a tape deck in it. My dude. Yeah, I want to know what the other side looks like. Huh. Pretty cool. Good job. They upcycle our tech. Oh, man. All right, I don't even know what left is open here. Oh, dude. This guy, Surge, from A System of a Down. Bro, they're coming out with an album. Look, it's got like covers and collabs and all that other stuff. Here's the thing. Lead singer of, System of a Down, at least they're interesting. They do stuff different. And that's rare. What? They're all over the place. They're good vocalists. They're like artistic and have weird timing for everything. Icarus 1, nice. There you go. Wake up. There you go. So just keep that on your radar. Surge Tanakan. I don't know why I can't pronounce names. Boop. The Nintendo Entertainment System at 40. Yes, it just had an anniversary, when they were good. A look at the more obscure horror titles. It is that time of year. It's that time of year, dude. It's that time of year to look back on all the cool, more obscure horror titles for the NES. Okay, I don't know what's like even on this list because I haven't looked at it yet. I got a cool little monster, guys. What else we got here? What do we got? What is this? What the hell is this? Yes, did have a little horror. You got Castlevania, Ghost and Goblins, Sweet Home. Never heard of it. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Ghostbusters. All right, what else? Okay. Splatterhouse. Look, it's Splatterhouse, dude. What? This is Wanpaku Graffiti? All right. Never heard of that. These are supposed to be the obscure ones. Sweet Home was Japanese only. Typical. All right, what else we got? Monster Party. Huh. Monster Party. I don't know what Monster Party is. Looks kind of... I don't know what it is. Mark's on the way home from a former basketball... What? From basketball game to approaching... Let's see, wing... Let me zoom in a little bit. Everything looks so tiny. Can we get rid of that side panel? I hate it. All right. Mark's on for a baseball game. I said basketball. Griffin-like alien named Bert. Winged griffin-like alien named Bert. Okay. Who seeks help in ridding evil monsters. Oh, ridding evil monsters. Okay. From his realm known as the Dark World. Okay, so then you get over there and I guess you're helping him out. All right. Weird. Like you got a little shop of horrors nod there. Let's see. Originally during the Parody World Monster Party, the game was rival to Splatterhouse in terms of its horror parodies. Okay. What do we got here? Ooh, this looks weird. Soap. I don't think that's going to help. Uninvited. The evil air that pervades the estate seems to have invaded your very being. Use soap. What is this? Game starts off with a bang, literally, as you manage to swerve around a shadowy figure that approached in the middle of the road. Thanks for the ride, lady. But you lost control of the car, smacked into a tree. You awaken from the crash, but your older sister is missing. She's older. She can take care of herself. After escaping the car, you see an old mansion in the distance, which you enter out of curiosity. Yeah, you wouldn't want to call the police or anything. The door slams shut behind you. You have no choice but to find your sister, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, originally developed for Macintosh. Oh, God. Oh, geez. All right. The game itself is short. There's often a problem with adventure games. Real-world logic doesn't translate well. Oh, God. There's no real-world logic. Damn it. You Soper, you're uninvited. That's pretty good. What is this? Frankenstein. The Monster Returns. Oh. Yeah. All right. Set some time after the original story by Mary Shelley, the monster returns from the dead with a supernatural army in tow. Really? Really? I guess Frankenstein was busy. Holy crap. They kidnapped a village elder's daughter named Emily with the intent of marrying her. I'm sure that's going to go over well. You play as a self-named hero, determined to stop the supernatural army, rescue Emily, and put the monster back in the ground. Okay.
Soap, water, antiperspirant, deodorant.
All usable things to make you not smell. Oh, God, what's happening here? Oh, there's limbs. Chiller. These are obscure. I don't think I've heard of, like, any of these so far. I think a speedrunner did, was it like Mad Monsters or whatever the hell it was. The player takes on the role of an unseen torturer who must shoot enough targets to bring the monster meter down to 0 before time runs out. The various targets include monsters, animals, and people. The player can also activate torture devices in the later levels by shooting specific spots on them. What? All right. The quicker the player runs down the monster meter, the higher the points. Obviously, the arcade, original ran on the shock value, and this unauthorized port does the same. Much like the arcade version, NES version novelty wears off pretty quick, with the short levels leaving you breezing through Chiller in less than a half hour. Okay, short game of, I guess you can call that blood. This just looks, I don't know. Wow. What is this? Monster in my pocket. I guess they made a game for that. Based on the toy line, the story concerns Warlock, who wanted to have power and rule over all other monsters. Creates a, shrinking spell to use as punishment to any who choose to oppose him. So you can just shrink people, huh? Okay, so basically, yeah, there used to be a cartoon series too, I think. Yeah, so that's the thing. Ugh. All right, what do we got? What's this? Shadowgate. Shadowgate. I've heard of Shadowgate. That's not obscure. It kind of looks like the other game now. Game takes place in the castle Shadowgate, residence of the evil warlock. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Hero King's player is tasked with saving the world by defeating the warlock. Okay, save the world, do the warlock. Oh, I'm so depressed. What is this now? Oh, Maniac Mansion. There you go. There you go. Maniac Mansion. Not really obscure, but there you go. See, a meteor crash lands in the backyard of a large house. 20 years pass, and the owner of the house, Dr. Fred Edison, kidnaps Sandy, a local teenage girl. It turns out that, why is everybody kidnapping teenagers? It's weird. Dr. Fred to obtain human brains. Okay, so basically they're human brains. All right, and you got to stop them. What the hell is this? Zombie Nation. Zombie. Dude, what is this? This looks crazy. In the near future of 1999. Oh, man. Dude. Meteor crashes. Another meteor crashes into the Nevada desert. The meteor turns out to hold the alien known as Dark Seed. Dark with a C. Uses magnetic rays and hypnotizes everyone in America. Really? In doing so, Darkseid also takes possession of the Japanese sword Shura. Shura once belongs to the great head of the samurai. Wow, this is just getting Walt Namakubi. Angered at Darkseid's possession of his weapon, Namakubi flies off to save America from Darkseid. Zombie Nation is odd, to say the least. Yeah. As a severed head, you attack by spitting projectiles, and you power yourself up by rescuing zombie hostages as they are flung through the air after you destroy an object or building. Wow. You also fight the Statue of Liberty, which sports snakes in her crown. Weirdness aside, the game spots some impressive graphics and music to go with this fast game. I'm intrigued now. I'm intrigued. Trader, hi. Zombie Nation is out there. I've never played this. This seems crazy. I got to look up YouTube videos. I'm not going to have time to play it. I'm not going to track down a ROM either. Yeah, but that's kind of interesting. I love weird, bizarre games where they're like, yeah, you know what? You're a floating samurai head that has to save America, and you also have to fight the You know, Statue of Liberty, but it's going to have a Medusa head. What's the lore behind it? Doesn't matter. Just play. What's this? Ooh, Ghoul School. Yo, I went to schools like that. People carrying knives, people staring at you. Let's see. Well, taking the usual shortcut home through the cemetery from Cool School High. No school is ever called Cool School High. No. I know there was Cooley High, but that doesn't count. Let's see. Spike O'Hara. Oh, that's a very traditional Irish name. Oh, it's the wee one, Spike O'Hara. You know, happens upon a strange glowing skull put in his backpack. He puts it in his backpack. He shows the skull to his anatomy teacher, Dr. Femur. Oh my God. The next day at school, which also happens to be Halloween Eve. Of course it is. Dr. Femur keeps the skull for a special study, but unbeknownst to Dr. Femur, everyone, whatever, I reread that. The skull had begun transmitting its message to the realm of the dead. Oh, I hate when that happens. Resulting in ghosts and demons taking over the school. Okay, so basically ghosts and demons. All right. Ghoul School. Wasn't that the name of like a Monster High thing? Like Monster High Ghoul School or something? Probably. Let's see. What could have been a fun action platformer in the vein of Zombies Ate My Neighbor turns out to be anything but that. Was schools just boredom to the point of frustration. Oh, it's one of those. Oh, what's this one? Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They made a game with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I didn't even know that. Nice. Loosely based on the 1886 novella by Robert Louis Stevenson, players control Dr. Jekyll on his way to reach the chapel for his wedding. As Dr. Jekyll makes his way to the church, several townspeople, animals, and other obstacles obstruct his path, causing him to become angry. Oh, God, it's like me when I'm food shopping. The stress of this causes Dr. Jekyll to transform into Mr. Hyde. Hyde can only transform back into Jekyll and continue the stage by destroying enough bouncing brains called sheps. Really? All right. So that's a thing. What is this? Dr. Chaos. Chaos. Okay. Ooh, this just looks kind of dicey. What is this? Player takes on the role of Michael Chaos, who is concerned about his brother, eponymous Dr. Jin Chaos, okay, a quantum physicist who has been working with portals to new dimensions called warp zones. Really? The last Michael heard from his brother was 3 months ago. As a result, Michael heads... Okay, so basically you're seeing what's going on. Portal creatures and all this other crap. Oh, God, this list keeps going on. How many weird old freaking games were there? Gargoyle's Quest 2. I remember Gargoyle's Quest. I didn't know there was a 2. A prequel to the Game Boy original, while Firebrand is training to a small alternative dimension. This is the same Gargoyle that was in Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghouls and Goblins. That's crazy. What are you doing? What else we got here? Oh, this guy's cool. Look at that. Getsu Fuma Den. What the hell? In the distant future of 14672 AD, the demon lord, I can't pronounce that, escapes from hell, planning to conquer the surface world. Standing in his way are 3 Getsu brothers of the Fuma clan. Okay. So basically, supernatural things, all right, that's a thing. Oh, come on, ads, leave me alone. Oh, God, this keeps going on. Hey, Akuma Joe Special. Boca Dracula Kun, whatever, a.k.a. Kid Dracula. Just say Kid Dracula. American. I don't know what's happening. That looks all right. The graphics look pretty good. Sprite Works looks all right. Kid Dracula is a self-proclaimed demon king. After waking up from a long nap, he discovers the kaiju Calamoth has convinced all the what? All the miners of the underworld to ditch Kid Dracula for him. Oh, man. Yo, they trying to steal your street cred, bro? You got to get that back. All right, Kid Dracula. You get the idea. Oh, thank God it's over. That's a lot of games, though. I'm going to keep this tab open just for reference. You know, so maybe I can do research later. That's so much, dude. I didn't think there was that many weird, obscure games. Bum, bum, bum. All the way up to the top. That's a lot. All right, ads are running. Let me get some more water. Oh, all right. Well, we can also call runs out of coffee. Boop. Because I did. And there ain't mo. There ain't mo coffee. I'll have some more coffee later. Oh, we got a card battle. Come on. I was going to take a break. All right, killer. You got to roll equal to or greater than 9. Ten. You just made it. Pick a number, any number. Boom. If you can't think of one, we can always do random. Random. Calling a random. Boom. Called it. All right. Thrift store find. Ooh. It's actually good. Oh, I didn't even have that? I didn't have thrift store on my thing? God. All right. Ads are running. I got a minute to run around, get water, and not die. All right. Be right back. So self-aware. You know, it's like, yeah, we're going to have fun here. You know, but no, seriously, there's a story here. just roll with it. That's good. Yeah. Apparently, they were being given out for opening up a bank account at some point. Can you imagine? No, because I remember like grandparents saying, well, you know, I opened up a bank account with them and I got a free toaster. You know? You imagine their grandkids. I opened up a bank account and I got Pogs. Pogs, bro. Bro, I got Pogs. I opened up a savings account with $5 and they gave me Pogs. They're super rare. Super rare Wells Fargo Pogs, bro. Oh, God.
Regicide.
What are you doing?
Milking cheese out of my ass. What does it look like?
It's hard to say. You know, moving the controller more in the air doesn't actually make your character move more in this game. You're just looking silly. Like a mime riding an elephant in outer space with a unicorn horn in a pizza truck that's exploding. And the flames are donuts. That's what you look like.
Dude, shut up! I'm under fire here!
What are you playing?
Fralo 4.
Order ready. Super laser sniper rifle.
Oh, cool! Super laser sniper rifle.
You're dead.
Oh, come on! I didn't even get to use it! I hate that! Every time I get an awesome gun, some dude spanks my ass like an abusive parent.
Lost the lead.
See, I can't have nice things.
Respawn.
You really shouldn't swear.
What are you f***ing kidding me? You swear more than any pet I've owned.
Any pet? You're like 10. How many pets did you have?
42, but I'm not counting insects.
Gain the lead.
Frankly, the only reason you're still alive is because you can make your own food.
You're dead.
That's it. This game.
Lost the lead.
Hey, would saying something supportive like, you can do it if you keep trying, help any?
Would shoving a fork into your eyeball help you see any better?
Respawn.
Probably not.
Exactly. So stop shoving your word forks into my eye brain.
Gain the lead.
Wait, what?
You're dead. Lost the lead.
All right, here we go. We're back. Thump, thump, thump. I didn't even have, 10 pets as a kid. What? Well, somebody's mom was a pet rescuer, so we had all the pets. A lot of cats. Boop. Let's see. Oh, no, I got to keep that open. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the gaming news. What do we got here? Oh, look, Polygon's got 31. Look at that, 31 days. 31 days of horror. I don't know if I want to go through all this. Maybe we could do it quick. October 1st, Dr. X Mad Love. All right, there's that. Now, what was the later ones? Because we went through some of this. I forget where we left off. Thing from Another World. Basically, that's the thing. Community episodes. I think that's where. Old Dark House. All right. What else we got? Hannibal. Okay. Doctor Who. Blink. Yeah. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Normal again, if you say so. The Gate. Thank you. The Gate. Look at this little guy. Cool. All right. The Gate's always fun. A freakier version of Stranger Things came out 38 years ago, and now it's streaming for free. There you go. The Gate. If you've never seen it, it's kind of bizarre and weird. October 18th. Hell of a Boss. Ghost. Bleep. So that's the thing. What else we got here? Society. Yeah, Society. It's overrated. And that's it? That's all they added? Oh, man. All right. This is my vote. I like the weird little guys. All right. Nobody played a record backwards. That was the whole thing there. It's like, you know, you play this metal album backwards and it's going to summon demons. Yeah. During the satanic panic. You know, everything's evil. All right. We are at stupid food. Stupid food. Yoda's food is dumb. Why is anybody eating it? I don't know. Boop. Calling it. That kind of helped me. I have no idea what's going to be on here, but I'm starting to get hungry. So even if it's dumb, you probably still eat it. What do we got? Wait for the end. No thanks. Now every time I load a video on here, I always get like crap on YouTube. They're like, hey, you got some video in here you should be having. Part of me hopes this is AI. What do we got here? I don't know what. No. Oh, they're hurting them. Okay. Slow down a fast. What? A showdown. I was gonna say slow down. Showdown of fast food burritos. I'll eat any one of those at this point. I'm not watching the video. What do we got? Steamer in a grater. So you can put for an hour? What, in a cheese grater? You're using a cheese grater as a steamer. I mean, I guess that would work, right? Ace of Diamonds won. Nice. And then you're just cooking it again anyway. What are you doing? Ugh. Seems like a waste. I had to see it. Now you do too. No, I don't. Bro, nah. What is this? What's going on here? This guy's really happy with this stuff. Oh, he's doing that thing. Okay, look, I gotta make it all weird. Yo, what the hell is that? I don't know. McDonald's introduced a variety menu of items. This time is tested with what against each other. See what their favorite. What the hell is this? Hula burger. What? The hula burger. All right, the hula burger, meatless option with grilled pineapple, cheese, and toasted bun. Went head to head with the now legendary Filet-O-Fish. Really? Sandwich won in a landslide and cost just about 20 cents at its introduction. 29 cents? I don't know. Looks like 29 cents. I don't like pineapple that much. Like, I don't. So it's like, I don't know. Cheese, I'm going to go on bowl of crab. Now, what do we got there? Cheeseburger soup. What is this? No way, people actually pay for this stuff. It's another one of those restaurants. Really? With this guy? Look, every time I see this, it's like nobody knows how to cut these things. All right, whatever. Stupid pasta smoothie. We saw the pasta smoothie. Beyond sausage. Oh, God, what happened? Is it cold outside? What the hell? God, that's terrible. Let's make mashed potatoes out of potato chips. No, somebody did that. That was stupid. What's going on here? Feel like this is doing way too much. Yeah, this is that thing. God, what is it? A cup of noodles. Pumpkin pie flavored. It's happening again. Look at it. Pumpkin pie flavored cup of noodles. God. Diabetes. Ice cream catastrophe. Yeah, we're showing that again. Half of this we went through. I don't know if these are like reposts. That kind of looks new. Shrimps and corn. Okay. High risk, low pay. Well, that's your fault. Let's see. Circus came to town. Mm-hmm. What the? Oh, God, I don't even care. That's again. See, somebody reposted that like 8 times. What? Beans and what? Onion cups. Don't ruin onions. Brian, a buffet with feet on. What the hell is this? What is happening? Bro, have you never eaten? Holy crap. Oh. Ever had chicken fried egg? Oh, God. Come on. Turk dog is what Thanksgiving has been missing.
Have you seen the Instant Noodle Museum?
I really hope that's not a thing. Why would it be an instant what? Pumpkin spice flavored thick cut bacon. Yeah. Mine was fuzzy. Whatever. God, this is a terrible day for stupid foods. What the hell is this? Orange chicken what? Orange what? Orange chicken bowl. That's not how you do that. That's not how you do that. That's not how you orange chicken. Ugh. Just stink when a gust of wind comes. Found this at the local store, fries with mayonnaise ice cream. So fries, yeah, with mayo. Florida? Why would it say okay. That's a little bizarre. I know I've dipped fries in mayo, but I don't think I want it in cold form. Again with this. Could somebody just ban this video? This just popped up like 5 times. I lost it. What? I lost it at charcoal ice cream. Good, then I don't have to. If you're feeling bad about yourself, I'm here to tell you some people think it's okay to eat what? Tin of raw hot dogs in the bath. Yeah, no. Okay. What else we got here? Do you want a bite? Jet puffed marshmallow cream. So I'm assuming they just melt it. What's the point? What's the point of rocks? I got a rock. God, I hate these restaurants. How do these restaurants, are these like just pop-up restaurants where they do this stupid crap and then people go there for the quote-unquote experience, leave bewildered and depressed because they just wasted $300 on a, I don't know, dollop of caviar that was served on a rock? I think you could hand out rocks for Halloween. Just put googly eyes on it. Yeah. How to waste Wagyu and money. Oh, good. Fruit mixer. I think we're hitting repeats. It was a sparkle. Yeah, a sparkle bread. Yeah, they made the sparkle bread. You got that weird garbage. God, we were all caught up on this, and it's utter trash. Utter trash. Trunk or Treat sucks. If you missed the cartoon, it's up on YouTube. There we go. We're promoted. That's abysmal. This is like the abysmalest stupid food I've ever been through. It's like one video was showed like 8 times and then everything else is just crap, but not even good crap. It was terrible crap. It was terrible. Yeah, bring back the pet rock. Is that in the public domain yet? You know what you do? Here's what you do. I'm gonna give you $1 million idea. Just give me some residuals if you can. All right? All right? You ready? Emotional support rock. I don't know if it's already been done. I'm assuming it has. You know how everybody needs an emotional support pet? Make a rock version of that. There you go. Put it in little boxes, make them cute and adorable, you know, that kind of thing. All right. Emotional support rock. And then you can have, like, when you need something to lean on, don't worry, they're a rock. You know, that kind of thing. Something like that, you know? Lean on me, I'm a rock. That kind of thing. Boop, 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 boom, 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 boom. Baby pet rock. See? That's a fancy title for a fidget toy. Ethically sourced rocks. Yeah, there you go. They're ethically sourced. Now, we can't be selling blood rocks, you know? I have an emotional support pumpkin plushie. Yay, there you go. The emotional support rock. Why not? Did it. Look at red. Let's see. The orange is wrong. Yeah, the orange is wrong. I do want orange chicken now. I'm wondering what I could do that would actually be fun. What could I make that would be something like that? Hey, we learned how to make really good fried rice. I know it's like cooking 101, but bro, it's good. Well, I was surprised by how well it came out, and it was super simple to make. Yeah. I got something. Here's the thing. Every time we cook, we have to ask ourselves, would we serve this to somebody? You know? And 99% of the times it's no. But fried rice, I would definitely do it. I'd be like, here you go. Enjoy. And they'd be like, oh my God, this is good. If they don't like it, then their taste buds are broken. What? Chocolate chicken and egg breakfast burrito. What? That's a thing? Do not throw your pet rocks through windows, please. What? Then you just be a pile. We were playing, you know, he got a little bit rambunctious. Yeah. He's working to be a stuntman. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, let me check train. No, I wanted to do other things. No, hold on. Thank you. No. I want to check the bingo. See what else I can call here. What else can I call? Let's find out. All right. Bum 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 bum. Doodles on stream. No. Technical issues. No. Drop frames. No. Thank you. Bug attack. No. Pumpkin guy freak out. No. I didn't have bad coffee. No. Shiny card battle. No. Something falls off stream. No. Hits mic. I did. There you go. Boop. What else we got? Let's see. Shows a P.O. box thing. No. PG swears. No. Eats on stream. No. 2 or more people raid. No. Wow, that's basically it. That's all we can get out of this. And still I didn't get another one. Wow. That's it. We squeezed out as much as we could. No drop frames. Tech issues are pretty good, you know. I'm not going to complain about that, you know, because usually we have some kind of freaking disaster happening. The one with the rocks, if you could see it, it was on the rocks. It was a tiny dollop of caviar on each rock. You can lick the caviar off. It's one of those rich people culinary experience cruds. Yeah, that's what I figured would be on there, because there's no way anybody would bring out like, so I guessed right. I assumed it had to be caviar because nobody would say, yeah, this is totally acceptable. You know? Yeah, but it was served on a rock. So you lick the rock. You know, I could have done that outside, you know. Yeah, but there wasn't caviar on it. Well, yeah, that's even more reason. The rocks probably taste better. If I wanted salty fish eggs that are gross and expensive, then... Oh, God. It bothers me, man. Having chicken nuggets now. Ooh, chicken nuggets. Those make good substitutes if you're making like a General Tso's chicken. Yo, you could just toss some nuggets on there. If you got the sauce, you just, you know, some vegetables, some rice, and a couple of nuggets in there, and you just, you know, do a thing. It actually comes out good. I've done it many a time. What? And if I've said this before, if you use the dinosaur-shaped nuggets, you can call it Dinosaurs. Because General Tso sauce. That's what I do. What's up? Make a decent stuffed omelet with microwave fried rice. Nice. There you go. Bunch of horses. All right, so let's see what else is going on. There wasn't a lot of news going on here. Because, you know, fortunately or unfortunately, we don't talk about politics. So, you know, everything else is freaking politics. I had to avoid, like, even, God, what was it? One of the Reddits for goth stuff, it like blew up super politically relatively recently. And I'm like, oh, God, don't ruin this. You know? Just be sad and depressed like you're supposed to be and be very cynical and angry at the world. You got to replace your microwave. Let's go. All right. That's pretty good. I want potatoes. I was thinking, what did you do? Stuff with the crock pot? Some potatoes, onions, garbanzo beans. Garbanzos. Mushrooms and lemon garlic butter sauce. Ooh, lemon garlic butter. I like lemon garlic butter. Nice. Yeah, we got to start breaking out the crock pot as soon as it gets a little colder. It's like 75 degrees outside. What am I going to do with 75 degrees? Nothing, because it's too hot to do anything. Dinosaurs, yeah. There's so many of them. Thank you. All right, let me get some more water, because I'm out of coffee. Out of coffee like an idiot. I should never be out of coffee, but I am. See, I need a cup that big. Holy crap. Oh, that was... wow. Yeah. I literally almost fell over something. Putting my drink back. That would have been bad. Yeah, it would have been something falls off stream. You. What? What do they say? So who's doing what? Sassy Grizz, what's up? You got chicken fries for lunch? I don't have chicken fries. Oh, God. It's 3 o'clock. I haven't had lunch. Coffee cake. Drink a lot of coffee. We always drink a lot of coffee. Yeah. So who's doing what? Who's doing what? We're going to wrap up. I hear Dawn's doing stuff, and I feel like I got to help out. Go.
Did you hear about Tamiru getting assaulted at TwitchCon?
Yeah. I don't know what to do with that. Assault was just like what? Somebody walked up to her and tried to what? Give her a hug or some crap? Like they were a little handsy. It's not like they ran up to him and did the Spartan kick or anything. Not to diminish it, but I feel like it's... Where was security in that? They jumped in, like, after the fact, but that was kind of, like, weird. Again, if you do have a favorite Twitch streamer and you're going to a TwitchCon or something like that, don't be weird. Don't be the weird person that goes up and tries to hug them or something like that. It's a little bizarre. You know? Approach with caution. Especially now. They're trying to hug and kiss her, but he was stopped before the kiss. Yeah, don't do that. And I don't care what your excuse is. You know, you're from a foreign country that's very touchy-feely. America is not really like that right now. Go.
Handsy McKenzel hands.
Yeah, grabby. Grabby gross. What goes through your mind when you do something like that? Like, oh, if I could just walk up to him and hug him and kiss him, they'll fall in love with me. Like, I don't know what the deal is. Like, how does that work? It seems very forward, you know? At the very, you know, if you really want to try to make something happen, you know, I don't know, see if they want a coffee and be like, look, can I get you a coffee or something? You're like super cool and, you know, I'd like to do something to thank you. You know, get them a coffee. I don't know. Maybe put your number on the cup and be like, look, you know, if you do want to, yeah, I don't know, something like that. Seems weird. It's a very bad situation because if there's what, oh yeah, if it was one of those people, yeah. Yeah, that is kind of a weird thing. It was got, like, and here's the thing: you figured a streamer community would be a little bit more, not even wary, but like you know, a little bit more, not like that, I guess. But there's always that one person. There's always that one person. Wrong security step in. Twitch security didn't. We got a 30. Oh, we got a lifetime ban now. They updated that. They're like 30-day ban. They're like, no, you're banned forever. You know, because people were complaining that a 30-day ban for that is not nearly enough. They're gone forever. Which just means they're going to use a VPN. That's all. And I find it weird. I don't want to go to any place where I need my own security team. I don't want to be that person. You know, where I need bodyguards. It's kind of, it's very scary. I feel like I wouldn't be in the right line of work. Yeah. Get to be PG. Got to ask what to sign my Foamy tattoo. You already have art on you. What am I going to do? Sign over it. It's going to wash off. Bump, 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 bump. Trying to read that. Oh, I would totally have a taser on me. I would have something on me at all times. Yeah. I every time I go out, I have bear mace on me. I'm not even joking. Bear base. Ah! What? Oh, I totally would have maced the hell out of them. But no, it's got that cool stuff that has the dye on it too. So even if they run away, they can be identified later. Love it. I come on to be a wild card. Looking crazy and capable of anything. Rabid dog on a leash. What? A few accusers look like foaming at the mouth. That's pretty good. There you go. Yeah, that would also be good too. I wouldn't. Does TwitchCon allow dogs? Because I feel like that would work a lot better than a bodyguard. A dog, if you got a dog that is well trained, like one of those police dogs, that person would have been ripped apart. Yeah. Anyway, later, Real Max Marvel later. I don't think that's how what a sign on a tattoo works. I don't know. I don't know nothing about tattoos. I always think about getting one, but I never know what I would want. You know, what's up? I went off here to say about the whole thing. More details are coming out of the Twitch situation. Yeah. I don't know. There's like so much on it. It's just like, I don't know, man. People should just be chill. But, you know, there's no need. Again, if you ever go to a convention, a meetup or stuff like that, you know, maybe do a handshake. Don't try to hug somebody or grope them or lean in for a kiss. You know, it's a little off-putting. You know? Security hates it. Ah, God. Got a doorbell. They need what? Dandelion to get at you. Ooh. At least nobody broke their back in a foam pit this year. Yeah, that's always a plus side. Wow! God, that came out of nowhere. Thank you, even though it scared me. Let's see. I'll ask for a fist bump at most. Yeah, fist bump. There you go. I can do that. I know. PG freak out. Yeah, you might as well. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else is going on there. I know what other news is going on at TwitchCon because basically I don't watch it. You know, I'm not. Thank you. You know, I'm not TwitchCon / convention material. I have no idea what to do there. I'm awkward around people, so I'm just kind of like, yeah. Plus, I don't want to pay $10 for a hot dog. Yeah. Yeah, I'm streaming today. Adam's streaming today. Yeah, we will wrap up, so we got to raid somebody. What if there was enough backlash? Twitch just doesn't do in-person meet and greets anymore and switch to virtual video calls. What, are they going to start putting people behind bulletproof glass? You know, it's like this is getting ridiculous. No, I mean, that's kind of like, it's weird. And I don't think that would have happened like, it's weird because, you know, women have to deal with a whole other level of creepy. You know, guys are just kind of like, you know, they're guys. You know, nobody's really going to run up to them and just try to do something for the most part. Plus, you know, some streamers are like jacked up anyway, so it's just like they'll just boom and that kind of thing. I don't know, but ladies, be safe out there. Guys are freaking weird sometimes. I don't know. And if you're a guy, don't be weird. Did Amazon even step in at some point? Amazon just lets the convention do whatever. They really don't have a big hand in it. Yeah, they're just like, yeah, what's the budget? Go ahead. That's one of the reasons typically correct people when they assume I'm a dude. Yeah, I'm a dude, bro. Bump. How about a movie where all the top streamers are invited to a haunted house on Halloween night? Mr. Lobo already did that, but it was horror host. Well, it was kind of like that. Logan Paul will hit you. Yeah, but that's like a free payday, right? I was beaten up by Logan Paul. I don't even think I would want that on my, you know, go to court and be like, yeah, I got beat up by a YouTuber. What? He probably would knock somebody's head off, though. He does a lot of physical activity or whatever, and even though I'm not a big fan of him, yeah, dude, they do a lot of work. It's a lot of investment in that. By a deranged fan. Oh, that'd be kind of good. I don't know if all the streamers would want to be on board for that. Something Netflix can do. Netflix original. I agree. We're still good friends. We live together. Is this really good married? That's not good married. Yes. So we decided let's go back to where we was. Good. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Sometimes the title's being imposed on a relationship, not so great. All right. It happens. That's right. I'm doing what I did a 5K walk. 5K walk. That's 5,000 walks. I would be exhausted too. I don't even like doing one walk. You did 5,000 of them. You're insane. $10 hot dog. Now having Liberty Meadows flashbacks. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if the hearing, the ringing is coming from the computer or the inside of my head. Hold on. Let's do it. Let's go. All right, DJC, you got a roll equal to or greater than 8. Nine. Oh, just made it. Boom. All right. Pick a number, any number. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What do you want? What do you want? Just need it. Go.
Having a nice roast beef melt and melted provolone cheese.
Oh.
Buttery toasted bread and mayonnaise.
All right, now I'm hungry. Number 8. What do you got? What is number 8 that's so special? What's so special about number 8? Whoa, what's number 8? Tactical issues. Oh, all right. Let's see. Does that help me? Yo. I'm 4 away from having a full card, bro. I don't get anything special for that. All right. Icarus 1. Nice. All right. I know we got an ear thing going on, so we're going to wrap up. All right. No, because, yeah, I don't think we took enough breaks. Yeah, it's getting tedious. I need 2 more for a full card. 2 more. Ow. We're almost there. All right, we got to figure out. Boom. Hold on. All right, who's streaming? Who's streaming? Adam said they're streaming. Who else? I'll do it. I'll open up a new tab and look myself. Oh, that guy's on again. That guy. All right. EB Demon streaming. Zograd streaming. They're playing Project Zomboid. EB Demon's doing art. Adam, what are you doing? What you gonna do? And who did we raid last time?
Thanks for the stream. Have a great week. See you Wednesday. Jim
Yeah,
Love.
Wednesday. Maybe earlier. We don't know. It is getting real close to the Halloweens. Who did we raid last time? I think it was Zograd, right? Did we raid Zograd last time? Why can't I remember these things? I can't remember these things because I eat immediately after. Not sure. I think so. Yeah. So we got EB Demon or Adam. Adam, what are you doing? What are you doing? So we'll have either art or... What's going on? Boop. All right. What the hell we were doing? We got crap we still got to do. It is almost Halloween. Got to figure out what we're doing for Halloween. We don't plan ahead a lot. No, you do all your planning for the cartoon. I'm just like, yeah, I'll show up and see what happens. Phoenix, thank you. Everybody, thank you for being here. We'll figure out somebody. We'll do a coin toss. All right. We're going to wrap up because we got to do things. I got to eat because I'm very, very hungry. Very hungry. Icarus.
Thanks for the stream. Have
Thank
a great
you.
week, Pumpkin Guy, John, and chat. See you next stream.
Next stream for us will be Wednesday around 5 o'clock. Probably Steve. Maybe I'll show up. We'll see how things go. Dawn will be streaming tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I have no idea what they're doing. They're probably going to play a game. What game? I don't know. No, last time they went through demos. Oh, no, they got the Castle Frank Stone, whatever guys is. What a mystery of what a Frank Stone's face and his things. And there you go. Dawn already got the chat out. Thank you. I appreciate it. So they're going to be on tomorrow at 5 o'clock. It is, it's like almost the last week, last 2 weeks for Spooky, right? Yeah, we got 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks, because next Friday, not this upcoming Friday, but the next Friday after that, Halloween. There you go. It's almost Halloween. Got to do that thing where you get the candy, and then you turn off all the lights so nobody sees that you're at home eating all the candy yourself, which is probably what I'll do. What? Discount candy. Kids can go out and get their own candy. All right? No, I'm just saying. All right. Let's wrap up. Everybody do something fun this week. Whatever it is, keep it spooky, man. You got to be spooky and do something fun. Get yourself something Halloween adjacent or related or, whatever you got to do to bring that spooky vibe back. Listen to some spooky music. Something great. Something to watch a horror movie. Watch a kid's horror movie. That could even be more fun. You don't know. Might revert you back. Watch, what was it, Monster House? You can watch that. That's spooky. Spooky. Let's go. I don't know. Adam, what are you playing? Adam, we'll find out. All right, everybody, let's go do something. Have fun. We're going to raid, I don't know, Evie or whatever. I'm going to do a coin toss story thing, see what happens. All right, food. Eat it, because I need to. Thanks for being here and doing all the stuff that you do. I appreciate it. Let's go.